Okay, I remember the mic before. All right, that's so weird. Your chat is coming right up after last night's chat. There's no break on my screen, but that's because I'm using something. It's so weird. See that? Let me see if I refresh it because I can't deal with that. Okay, there we go. Hey, Lisa, H, Brenda, Jessica, Joseph, hi, the Bryan clan, Anna, and April, hi, Margot, GB, you're late. Buffy, not that I'm late too, GB, so it's okay. Buffy, not that, Nikki, Nicole, Mandy, Simi, Whisper to Me, Jaos, is it J-A-S? How do you pronounce your name? Jennifer, Stacy, Veronica, no matter what, I'll do it wrong. Scarlet Rain, Tori, Nazi, hi, SN, Debbie Dew, Teresa, Bridget. No, I'm not muted anymore, am I? No. Sabrina, Bella, Mary Mick, sorry, hi. Sheely, Mystery Truth Seeker. Everybody, sorry, Shears has a channel. You should check it out. She's got some good stuff on there. Sea Glass and Shells, Lisa, Josh, well, I got you, right? What is going on here? No time. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Manager of Three Monsters, Tinky, hi. Julie, your best friend. Oh, the OS is for Australia, so J-OS. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. J-OS. Carol Clark. $116. I don't know what your name is. Hello. My Full Heart and Hands. Hi, Mrs. McJagger. Jennifer Tonks. Julie, I got you. Shine On. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you feeling? Janice, Jessica. Love in Lavender? Love in Lavender, it's your birthday today? I've never even seen you here. You must be new. Happy birthday. You were late? You were watching, oh boy, Jimmy and I with the girl? Oh, please. I'm surprised. I am so shocked that it worked. Okay. Julie? Oh, really? I've never seen you here, Julie, here either, but you know that I'm very smart on the CW and Frazee cases. Thank you. Mary, Brandy, hi. You're a little emotional? Why? What's going on, Brandy? Something bothering you? Lamb Chop, Christy Holland. Pencella, how are you doing? Let's see. I just Googled it and it means Linland. Okay. Linland. Hi, Linland. I know, Jessica, we got a lot of new people, but they know a lot about the channel and everything. That's great. Julie, hello. Jocanna, hello. Did I get it? I apologize if I missed some of you. Your best friend, did I get you? I think so. Where's Sheila? Sheila's not here yet? Oh, Candace, okay. Hi. Judy Millie, hello. Is it your first time here too, Judy? Lots of new people, great. Buffy, hi. Hi, Ivy Lynn. I get Bella and Sabrina. Mystery Truth Seeker, did I get you? I apologize if I didn't get you. My chat is, I see you because my chat is running around like, hi, Helen. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sharon. Hey, Lizzie. Hey, Lisa the Greatest. HNB girl. Hi. Hey, M. Hank. Authentic Audra. Hello. How are you doing? Teresa. Who else do we have? Carol, Sandra, Sandy. I'm trying to see. No one's seen Sheila yet? Or did I say Sheila? Okay. Rise Up. Hi. Hello from Phoenix. Hi, Rise Up. Why do I know your name, Rise Up? I don't know why I know that. We have so many ramblers, it takes me so... Yeah, there's a lot of ramblers. You've peeked in before but never commented, Love and Lavender? How come you love lavender so much? Do you love lavender the color or lavender the herb? Oh, you're getting some coffee. Oh, tea must be J Bells, right? Tea. Tea has all the answers. Hey, Jen and Marie. I've never seen you either, but you're addicted to the channel? Wow. Lots of newbies in here. Attacor, hi. Oh, no coffee at this hour? Tea is the answer. That's what J-Bell says. You slept most of today away? Why? Did you not feel good or you just felt like sleeping in? Hi, Chris. Hi, Amanda. No, we're not talking about that. Love and Lavender. What time is it here? Here it's 1:22, but I went out. This is kind of crazy. I went out to the Dollar Tree at about, what time is it, Jessica? 8:30 my time? Our Dollar Tree stays open till 10 o'clock, but it's a half an hour, probably about 25 minutes from my house each way, so that right there, that's an hour. And I spent about an hour in the store. But I got Sheila's book, and I got some other things to do another haul for you guys, probably tomorrow. But then when I came home, I had to take care of some stuff, and then I had to get the grill video. I said, well, I'll get the grill video up, but just take a few minutes. But YouTube's been going really slow uploading, and so I got on even later. And then my sister was texting the heck out of me, because we were playing around with my brother about something that he's being crazy about. But yeah, so then I had to take care of all that, and before I knew it, it was late. But tomorrow is going to be, I've got to get the teacher gifts all ready to go. You guys does anybody here have kids and still in school, or am I the only one that still has kids that haven't gotten off for summer yet? You went to the Dollar Tree for canning jars? You really, Tara? Do you buy them individually there? Because I was trying to look for tiny little jars for my spices, because I'm drying, a bunch of parsley and cilantro and oregano and some basil. What else do I have? Mint. But they didn't have any tiny little jars, so I'm going to have to get them from Amazon or something. When's their last day? Your son will be going back July. Oh, he's year-round. I don't get that year-round, Bridget. I don't get it. So when did he get out? I have another friend you're in Arizona. Yeah, her kids go year-round too. I don't get that. How do you deal with that? Do you like that? How tiny do I want them? Well, kind of narrow, but they could be like that, but narrow, and they didn't have they just had like real either fat or and like that take up too much room. Your kids have been out since the end of May, Delia. Okay. Your schools have been out for break since June 1st, right, Victoria? Yeah. The kids are not getting out till Wednesday. Tomorrow's a half day. Wednesday's a half day, but hey, Sharon Sunshine. You've not been so good, Sharon? Why, what's up? Your daughter's been out for a month, Nicole? Wow. He was out at the end of May. I believe it's... Okay. Hey, Jennifer. Your brother-in-law teaches at a year-round school in D.C. He loves it. You went to the Dollar Tree too tonight? You got there at about 9 and you left around 9:45 and spent about $29 and off to Walmart. Yeah, I spent about, I don't even want to say, I got the receipts, as Joanne would say, $89.05 or something like that. I went for Sheila's book. I found a couple of other things. But I did find, hey, Save Robbie, stuff for that project in my bathroom. I did find a lot of other options. Yeah, that's sometimes the less, but I don't know what I bought. I will go through it tomorrow, but I bought a bunch of stuff for that project. I bought, what else did I buy? Isn't it scary when you're trying to think? Oh, I know what it is. My kids, these brownies that are there, I don't know whether they're, I don't know if you have them in yours or it's something that we're getting because we get a lot of, I don't even know. No, they can't be. They're from Spain, but they're non-GMO and there's no palm oil. And my kids love these things. And I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing or what. So I brought home like 4 packages the other day. And they bring them in for a snack because they have to bring a snack into school. And they're individually wrapped. And they love them. And then last night they were having like a freaking fight over, who ate, because Jimmy got into them. And I said, I'll buy more. But then I thought, well, wow. And people must really like them because they were getting like cleared out of them. So I bought like 10 boxes of them. And then some other, I think like cookies that I don't think they're going to have, like these Italian biscotti things that I don't think they'll have. And so some of it was food products, okay? But they're called Mr. Brownie, and they're made in Spain. I saw they were made in Spain. Have you ever heard of them? And it says you can microwave them too, and it's a really great. You can put them in for like 10 seconds or something, and but they're called Mr. Brownie. Not a pity party. I was just wanting to explain my absence. Zoya the Destroyer. What's the significance of your name, Sharon? I think I just saw you for the first time last night or so. No, I will have to look for them. You're going to the Dollar Tree tomorrow. Everyone ignore Joanne Dallas. We have a fake YouTube drama. She threw your cigarettes, your toothbrush, and your DB away. Oh, Grand Aunt Schmida is acting up, huh? Okay, being a little nice to her. So, and Rammer's, IKEA has good spice stores if you have a store. Yeah, Sunflower Brown, you're going to crazy. Did I told you the IKEA story? I've never been in an IKEA because I don't have one near me. But my sister has been in one. And she had a panic attack in one. I've never been in an IKEA, so it sounds silly to me what she said. But she had to leave the store. She's never going to go back again. I've heard a lot of things about IKEA stores. I think it was in. Do you guys ever go to Reddit? And there's like all kinds of things on Reddit about every kind of thing you can imagine. I think it was Reddit. Speaking of a panic attack, are you having a panic attack, LA lady? Brandy, I've never been there. I think I would love it, but if you would listen to my sister and this other lady, maybe you wouldn't love it. Granny says hello. Thank you, Lisa. And hi, Granny. How are you, Granny? I hope you're good. Hope you're feeling better. Granny was not feeling well, right? You had said people were sick, I think, right? I think so. So, where's my... I know I put my little... Oh, here's the cat. I'm bringing the cat back here. So what happened is, on Reddit, or it might have been Cafe Mom when Cafe Mom was up. I don't know how many of you have ever been on Cafe Mom, but Cafe Mom was like the place to be at one time. But not anymore. They said something about some woman thought somebody was following her around the IKEA store. And she started to get, remind me to tell you about the Dollar Tree thing and the Lululemon. See, I keep doing that all the time. Remind me if I don't remember, please. So she thought somebody was following around the IKEA store. And they're like, why do you think somebody was following you around the IKEA store? And she's like, I was getting so freaked out there was somebody following me. And then somebody in the other thread said, you do realize that the store, the way it's set up, someone is going to look like they're following you. Now, again, this made no sense to me because I've never been in an IKEA store. So, do you have IKEA stores in the UK? Probably not, right? Because aren't they Scandinavian or are they Swedish? I don't know. So, anyway, my sister, we went out to lunch. You know, that day we went out to lunch earlier this month. I don't even know. Time gets away from me. You have lots of IKEAs there? Okay, good. Follow the arrows, right? Okay. My sister said she was with her daughter. Her daughter, is in her 20s. And she started freaking out because she just started getting freaked out in there and just wanted to get out of the store because her daughter didn't even want to shop in there anyway. They were trying to shop for some things for her apartment, her daughter's apartment. And her daughter really didn't want to go there to begin with. But my sister said, well, why don't we go to IKEA? I think your brother got some stuff there, a lot of stuff there when he got his apartment and getting set up. Let's go there. Well, her daughter didn't like it, but she's like, okay, let's leave. And then they couldn't get out of the store, okay? They couldn't. You're from Indonesia. They couldn't get out of the store. I have very good friends from Indonesia. So she's like, what are we going to do? So I said, why don't you just sit down? What's going to happen? So did you ask someone how to get out of the store? Yeah. So I said, well, what were you freaking about? And she's like, I don't know. I just got cold and clammy and I started freaking out. And I said, she thought like something was happening, like that somebody was, that it was like I don't know what. I mean, it was crazy. She did have one drink at lunch. I don't know if it had to do with that. But then my cousin and I must have been looking at her really strangely. And she goes, oh my gosh, now you guys are going to think I'm insane or something. And I'm like, well, I had that thought about 10 minutes back, but okay. Yeah. I don't understand why she got so freaked out. That's the part I don't understand. You have been with me since the beginning. Hope my messages are not too discombobulated. I just don't recognize the name there. I know we had a sunshine, but I've never seen that Zoya the Destroyer. Anyway, so I didn't understand it. sometimes it's crowded at IKEA. Yeah, but I'm like, well, how could you not get out though? And I said, did you ask someone? Yeah. And we just kept going around. We could never get out. And then my cousin's going to me like, it's like a maze in there, but I don't know what she's talking about. So I'm like, okay. And I don't know what was going on, but she said, I'm like, I just didn't get why she was having a panic attack. It wasn't like, I mean, like sirens were going off and she couldn't get out of there. I said, why don't you just grab a chair or something, just sit down for a minute. IKEA is overwhelming to you too? Panic attacks come on anywhere and it's really not explainable. You should try to relay. No, but Veronica, I wasn't there. She was relaying this at lunch. She gets them in very claustrophobic things. Like she was telling us that she was on a field trip with her daughter when her daughter was younger, and then it was a science museum. They had to crawl through this tunnel, and it was completely dark. And she said she didn't want to look like a jerk and embarrass her daughter, so she went through there, and she started to freak when she was in there because the floor was moving, and it was completely dark, and she couldn't feel. You had to feel your way out. So she was freaking, and the girl in front of her was like, Mrs. So-and-so, please just hold on to my belt or something. I'll get you out of here. And I mean, it was crazy. But see, my sister didn't used to do things like this. IKEA has some really fun dining stuff. I know, I've seen their catalogs and things. And I've seen the commercial, start the car, yeah. It's the acoustics. You don't like it in there either? I'm going to have to go just to see. She will never go back again. She said she will never go back again. So I don't know. It can be overwhelming. I wonder, that is so weird though. You know your IKEA like the back of your hand? But is it confusing? What do you mean you go in a circle? That's what I don't understand. Like when you enter the store, it's like a maze? Is it like a big corn maze of furniture? J.O.S., you love IKEA. Oh gosh, I can't even speak. You love IKEA. IKEA is amazing, Brandy. Free daycare, don't forget that part. Free daycare for who? The employees? Maybe IKEA online then. Maybe. That's how they design it. But here's what I don't understand, okay? And again, I've never been in an IKEA, okay? So if somebody, if you live near an IKEA or you frequent an IKEA, could you take a video of IKEA, please? Who can do that? IKEA has free daycare for shoppers? Oh, that's interesting. Wegmans does too, but only at certain hours. There used to be a paint store, I think it was in New York or something, and they had something like that. They had this like playroom for kids, and we used to beg our parents to take us to the paint store because it was the only store that had that. And the other commercial I was telling you about the other night, see, I totally forgot about this, was the Martin Payton commercial. If you lived on the East Coast, or like not the East Coast, I should say, Bergen County, New Jersey, you would hear the advertisement for Martin Paint, and it would be a receptionist answering the phone, and she'd say, hello, Martin Paint, and they'd say, do you have, like, I forget what they would ask for, window shades? And she'd say, no, we don't. We sell paint. And she'd hang up the phone, and then the manager or the boss would come by, and he'd say, no, we have shades. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then they would call and they would ask for something else. And they would do this about 10, 12 things. And then at the end, they would say, we're more than just paint. At Martin Paint, we have a lot more. So they had this thing. And it was just, this commercial was on for like 15 years straight. If you lived in that time, you would hear that. You have IKEA in Scotland. I don't know why I'm bringing, because I brought up the paint store. But now listen to the Dollar Tree, right? I was the last person in the Dollar Tree. There was one lady ahead of me, she because we waited right till the very end. It was closing. They're closing the doors. So the one guy, there's two guys there, right? One guy is the checker guy. He's checking me out. And the other guy is locking up the doors. And now this is in a strip mall where there's a Tractor Supply on the end. Then there's this big Dollar Tree. And then there's a lot of empty space in the strip mall before it goes up to like a Chinese restaurant and then ShopRite, which is open till 12 midnight, okay? So in front of this store, like I was like the last car. And I'm checking out, and the guy has the doors open. You know how they close them, but they're open this much, right? Because they're the automatic doors. I just started getting a weird feeling. Because first of all, the checker was not friendly. He was not friendly. And I don't like it when I'm trying to be friendly to the checker and they're not friendly. So, strip mall, yeah. What do you call it? What do you call it? A chain mall or something? I don't know. We call them strip malls here. So I said, I was just telling him stuff like, oh, I had some poster board, right? And I go, this is 69 cents each. And I said, that's a really weird price for a dollar store, right? It's either going to be $1 or 50 cents. 69 cents is kind of weird, don't you think? And he just goes like this. What? And I said, they're 69 cents. I have two of them. He's still looking at me. So I handed him them, but I didn't want to bend them because these are for my project. So I had them rolled up. So he undoes it. He goes like this, and he scans it. And he goes like this. They're 69 cents. I said, I know they are. I was telling you that, but I didn't say it that like that. I said, I was telling you that, but isn't that a weird price for a Dollar Tree? Wouldn't you think it's 50? I'm telling him this, and he goes like this. Yeah. And then I got something that was breakable, and he goes like this. You want me to wrap that? I said, oh, please, thank you. But he was very unfriendly, okay? The other guy's locking up this door. And then I thought to myself, can you imagine if these guys were going to kill me in the store? I got this weird feeling, this horribly weird feeling. And I know it's because of that Lululemon story last night that we told, okay? I thought like, wow, there's just two guys and me in this Dollar Tree. And he's got the freaking doors locked, okay? Because I couldn't even get out of there if I wanted to because he closed them really, really tightly so that nobody could come in. So I'm trying to check out while Sheila, I got your book. I've been waiting for you. I got your book. I went there specifically to get your book, and I ended up, I could have been, no, but I spent like $89.05. So I found other things. But so I just got a weird feeling, and I just kept thinking, what would stop these guys from doing this to me? And I said, well, there's got to be cameras around here, right? There has to be cameras around. So I'm like scanning the store, saying there's got to be something to do this, right? That they're not going to do this to me. And from the Twilight Zone, yeah. So I just started to get a little bit freaked out. So I went in my purse, and I'm like, okay, I've got my pepper spray there, and my phone is right there. Okay, do I call someone on the phone right now so that I am on the phone with, and I was just like thinking of all these things. Jelly beans. But really, I mean, I just had a weird feeling, and I've never felt like, because most of the time there's more people in the store. This is just two guys. Usually there's women in the store that are working there, but it was just these two guys, and the guy being real creepy at the checkout. He was creepy to the lady ahead, like not creepy, unfriendly. He might just not have social skills. It could be that, because he was younger. And I heard him talking to the guy before as I came in, that he wanted to work in a camp, and the guy was going to try to find a camp in Pennsylvania for him to work in. So I don't think he was happy about working in the Dollar Tree. And he wasn't making any, being locked in there with like, yeah, I did. I really, the only time. And then I said to myself, come on, Carolyn, you're just telling Joanne last night that you're taking names and kicking ass. Are you really going to let this intimidate you, right? So then I just got my, your fight or flight, and I just, very assertive, got my stuff, I had my pepper spray, they were going to get pepper sprayed right in the eyes. They made one wrong move. and I was okay, and the guy let me out, and then I was fine. So I love how you turned into the chat and the people are going in there. So, wow, we've got a lot of new people in. 145, huh? So, the time 145. We've got over 300 in here now. New people, huh? Lots of people. It was scary for a minute, but then I was like, I just gave myself a pep talk, and I'm like, what would Joanne do? She'd know that the knife I have strapped to my leg, I'm just going to pull that baby out. Pepper spray. Yeah, I have pepper spray. I have it right on my keychain. I have a black thing of pepper spray, so, watch out. And then I have my alarm. I have my panic button that goes with it would go off because my vehicle was not, it was like 10 feet away from the door. Anyway, I was poke him in the eyes, right? Yeah, I know Joanne told us that too. And then I know Fozzie Bear, Foxy Bot showed me what to do if they would try to put their hands around my neck. What is it that I do again? Oh, I grab his arm and I twist it, right? Like that, she said. Just twist after I kick the hell out of him with my my Nike Flex Performance Flexes. So between Foxy Bot and Joanne, the pepper spray, and soon to be my pistol, I'll be okay. I've got it. Hey, Anna. My steel-toed boots. Yeah, my steel-toed Nike Performance Flexes. You were laughing so hard that night, but she told me how to do it. I don't know. But for a minute, I was like, what is with these guys? Why am I left alone in the store with these guys? Headbutt them in the nose. Well, as soon as I pulled out the pepper spray, they'd be like, leave us alone, lady. You were the last customer for the day. They wanted you out. Oh, and that's what happened. As soon as I was going through the doors, the one guy turns to the other one and he goes, you ready? And the guy, the cashier, goes, yeah. And I'm thinking, like, you're ready? What, to jump her as minute she gets outside? You ready? We're going to get her when she goes outside. That's what I thought. And I'm like, cut it out. But what are you ready for? You ready? Yeah. I don't know. It was crazy, but I guess I should. The other lady was taking so freaking long to leave the store, and I don't know. I got caught up in there, but I did get a lot of stuff, and I think I have a solution. Thanks to you guys, I think I have a couple of solutions to the bathroom thing. Thanks, Lisa. But anyway, they want me to go home. Oh, we have a couple of old ladies in the Dollar Tree in Pennsylvania. They close at 9 o'clock. And about 3-4 times last summer, they're nuts over there. Okay, you don't worry about that. But the older lady, a lot of older ladies are very nice and grandmotherly, right? And like, oh, how you doing, honey? we're closing in 20 minutes. And I go like this, oh, 20 minutes, I have loads of time. And she's like, and then she keeps doing this, like we're closing in 18 minutes. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll be out in 18 minutes. Okay. Hey, thanks, Sharon. So then she goes, we're closing in 15 minutes. Like she keeps doing these announcements. And then she's like irate. And when you get to the check, you can't even, she's not even like, I go, wow, you guys closed early. The other ones in New York closed. That's in New York. We close at 9 o'clock. So I'm just like, okay. So I don't know what it is. She sounds like, you mean Gail. She sounds like Gail. I don't like that store to do that. Oh, and then the time I went in when I found the other thing, they must have just got a shipment in. I don't know if you have your Dollar Tree. They are the messiest. They must hire the messiest people that you could ever see. Are you really messy putting stuff away? Yeah. Do you like to leave? Because I've seen, like I said, I used to do hauls all the time. A lot of the bloggers do hauls. So one of the things I've seen were Dollar Trees all over the place. And, they're usually a mess. All of them. Doesn't matter where they are. They're just a mess. Boxes all over. They just have stuff thrown all over. And then some, like tonight though, the one guy could not stop sweeping the floor. And the two customers, me and the other lady, were in the one aisle that he was having like just a crazed episode that he had to sweep that very aisle. And I felt like saying, could you sweep another aisle? Do you really have to be in this aisle with the only two people left in the store? Yours is very tidy all the time, Sharon. See, sometimes when I would take video in the store, in different stores, they would say, oh, your Dollar Tree is so clean and everything. But they didn't see it on, what is the day that I went there? I don't know, a couple of days ago? Friday? Thursday? They didn't see it then. Yeah, it was Thursday. It was Thursday, the day I went to the doctor. Okay. So Thursday must be like a shipment day. But then I got a lot of new stuff today that wasn't there. So there must have been a shipment day too. Several Dollar Trees. A few are a total mess. One that's really, really clean. I think most of them, my dog, fairly clean, but has dirty fingerprinted windows and doors. Really? I don't even, I noticed that on the doors. Yeah, ours is tidy, but very small. Hey, Lonnie. But anyway, all right, so here's a couple of things. Who saw the trial today? The trial with the little girl that was adopted from India that the adoptive father's trying to say it was an accident. Hey, Casbot. See, I found you early, Casbot. Look at that. Charlene and Bridget. Did I get you guys? And Jessica. And Dad TV. You missed that one. He pled guilty. He pled guilty, SN? What do you mean by that? Did he take a plea deal? I thought he said it was an accident. Get a giraffe, tea kettle. Hong, make me some chamomile. Oh, you got a giraffe tea kettle today. Oh, that sounds cute, LA lady. He took a plea deal. Oh, no wonder. I was looking for the trial. So no wonder I couldn't find the trial. Well, that was at the very last minute, wasn't it? You were listening to the Scott Nelson trial? What is that? Well, Lonnie, we didn't miss anything because he took a plea. It was on, I mean, we had the Facebook page link but it wasn't on though. And I think it would have been on the one that did the Jones trial, what was it? Crime and, Truth and Crime. What was it? You went to Ollie's in Albany too? They do have an Ollie's in Albany? Veronica Hart, are you up in that area? I didn't know they had an Ollie's in Albany. That must be fairly new. Oh no, wait. Was I in the Ollie's in Albany? I think I was. No, I wasn't. Is there a Sears outlet store over there? Is the Sears out? They have a Sears like outlet store. You've been there a couple of times, Lisa H too. Is it next to the Sears outlet store? I went up there when I had to do a Macy's promo for Fashion Week or something in the Crossgates Mall, and I think that's how we found it. And I said, oh my gosh, Ollie's, I have to check this one out. Is that Crossgate Mall? But the Ollie's, isn't it next week? No, it's not Sears. It was like an outlet store though. It was like a Sears clearance store. You know what I'm talking about? Not in the mall. It was outside of the mall. Not all Sears are closed, Bridget. No. No, they didn't, Jessica. Not all. A lot of them did. You have to Google Ollie's. You have no clue about it. One time it was out at a store. It was closing. It started downpouring, so I took the largest bags and made a rain hat and raincoat for you and your nieces. Oh, aren't you crafty? Ollie's is next to Five Below and Michael's. I know I was in the Ollie's in Albany. I know I was. I remember it. It was like in 2015. We got betta fishes at a pet store up there too for the boys. And because we had to do two things, we had to go to a PetSmart too. I had like 3 different promotions that week, and I could have done them all in Albany, so we did them all there. I had to go. Well, they didn't sit with me through the fashion show at Macy's. They went to some arcade in the mall or something. I don't know what they did. And then we went to those places. Then I had to go to the PetSmart because I was doing a cat food sponsorship. You still have Kmart there? I thought they went out of business. No Ollie's in Minnesota. You have a Kmart. What state are you in, Muka? I'll go to the emails in just a moment. Back in the year 2000, no, probably in 2001, and I just took a ride around, and it was like on the back road somewhere in this town I didn't know. We used to always get lost in Scranton, and I found it, and and I was like, oh, I can't believe it, because I was just looking for another store. Who would have known that where Ollie's would lead me now? She's back? Who's back? She'll be right back, everybody? What do you mean she's be right back? Where did I go? Did I go somewhere? I left for a while? Oh, I'm sorry. She'll be right back after these messages. You can't see me, Brandy? I'm live. I'm not offline. Seriously? It said I was offline? I was buffering? My Streamlabs says no problem. My Streamlabs says no drop frames. My Streamlabs said doing well. I think you need to refresh your page, maybe? You see me. Are you live or is it Memorex? But there was something I was going to tell you about. Oh, do you remember a long, long time ago, before stores were open 24 hours really, that they used to have dogs that came out? You would hear, oh my gosh, my wife stays in the store so long, they're going to send the dogs out. You refresh, but offline still. But I'm not, I'm here. You need to update your app for it to work properly if you're on a laptop or I guess a mobile device, right? Live stream offline. Are you guys serious? Hey, hippie chick, how come I can see everybody? I haven't stopped. Someone's playing games. I'm back. I've been here. Well, some people are seeing you, others aren't. For me, you were offline for a few seconds. You're back for me. Online, for me, it lasted about 5 seconds. Some internet problem. Back now. I've seen you the whole time. They need to update 100%, Jeannie says. Do you have any storms? Zero storms right now. It is going to rain again tomorrow. Surprise. It's every other day. But now Jimmy says after that rainstorm, he thinks we're in for some sunny weather for a while. Now I don't even ask, is it going to rain? I ask, are we going to have a sunny day? Is it not going to rain? You know, it's like, forget it, because it rains every day. We did lose about 50 people. They must have gotten squashed out. They'll be back in a few minutes. Rain there tomorrow too. I know Lisa ate you and me, but Charlene's got totally different weather. Charlene apologized to me about the weather, like as if she was controlling it. Like, I'm sorry that I'm controlling. It's like, Charlene, it's okay. It's not your fault. You don't worry about it. It's fine. There's nothing you can do about it, honey. Do have an at-home store. Yeah, in Middletown, Charlene. Do you like the at-home store? I'm not so crazy about the at-home store. I mean, I go in there and you'd think they have a lot of stuff. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not looking for a lot of this. Like, I don't know. I like Hobby Lobby much better, Charlene. I don't know. I've been there like 4 times and I only bought something once. And it wasn't even a lot because my sister's like, oh my gosh, you didn't even spend $20. And I'm like, but there's not a lot of stuff there. I'm like, but relax, I'm going to Ollie's and I'll be dropping a couple hundred there. And my sister's like, what's Ollie's? And I'm like, you've never been to Ollie's? And then the lady at the at-home store, I swear to you, if her boss heard her, she goes like this. I love Ollie's. I'm going there after work. And I said, yeah, it's a great store, right? She goes, yeah. I said, I've told so many people about it. And she's like, I love it. My sister's like, I'm going to have to check that out. You know, the somebody that she works with at the college, she goes, he's always talking about Ollie's. Yeah, Lisa, Ollie's it's not hard at Ollie's. It isn't. I swear to you, it's not. And if you're a member of the Army, you get like these big discount coupons, 15%, sometimes 20%, 10% off, and your entire order. And the last time I bought the carpet for the raft, and we're going to show you. I'm going to show you a video of that, putting that carpet on the raft because I bought myself an electric staple gun because I have a couple of stapling projects. So I will do that. Jimmy says it's going to rain tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it Wednesday afternoon and see if I can get the raft out. And for those of you that think I'm stapling an inflatable raft, I'm not. You went to Ollie's today and you got lots of snacks, but you went for books and they didn't have nearly as many as the... Which Ollie's did you go to, Greenhouse? Which one? Hey, Graciola. What time do you start your live? I always get here late. Gwen Jenkins. Are you new, Gwen? I've never seen you either. Wow, we've got a lot of newbies. Welcome to all the newbies. Anyone else stuck buffering? Gwen, no. I start them at all different times. It's kind of called fly by the seat of your pants here. Bella Mac. You went to Ollie's. Oh, you want to go to an Ollie's not in California? Or do you mean Canada? California? You worked with your new garden tiller today. How did it go? We got a garden tiller once, but it was really hard to work with. So I hope it went well for you. None in California. Good night, Lisa. Good night. Oh, you had to work out with that. Oh, I read your thing wrong. I'm sorry. Good night, Lisa. It's a Husqvarna. We have a Husqvarna chainsaw. Okay, so I'm going to check. There's another case. So, okay, so he took a plea deal, so there's no big trial. They were saying like trial of the century and everything, right? Piggly Wigglies? Okay, and then, oh, I have an update on the, did you guys hear about, I don't know, there's some weird stuff coming out about that Jennifer Dulos case. Have you heard it? Let me know if you've heard it. And let me tell you about Gone Girl. Okay, can I tell you that I keep getting Gone Girl confused with, you know, the movie with, I wanted to say Ben Stiller, but it's not Ben Stiller. The movie Gone Baby Gone, is that the one where the little girl disappears and the mother's on drugs and the uncle and the aunt, right? And it has something to do with Ben Affleck. He's in it and directed it along with Damon, right? I keep getting that every time someone says, oh, wait, you get it confused with Girl on the Train? I want to see Girl on the Train. I'm putting that down. Is Girl on the Train playing anywhere? Is it on Netflix or Hulu or what? I have wanted to see that. Girl on the Train. I'm crossing 3 movies, okay, but not Girl on the Train. I'm crossing, every time everyone says they reference Gone Girl, I'm thinking Gone Baby Gone. And I'm thinking, it doesn't make any sense. Gone Baby Gone's not about that. When was Casey Affleck? When was Gone Girl made? I need a little, because then I'm going to explain how this relates to something else. Piggly Wiggly is a grocery store you shopped at in Wisconsin. Funny little name. Okay. Is she blurry? Oh, I'm blurry? I'm blurry? Okay, 2014. Who is in that Gone Girl movie? I really need to watch it. Does anybody know where Gone Girl is playing? You used to have that book, Gone Girl. Okay. That's a grocery store. No. Gone Girl is a movie that a lot of people reference when talking about these true crime cases that we've been looking at. You read the book Gone Girl. Okay. What is Gone Girl about? Is it about a wife that's murdered and her husband is responsible? Gone Girl is, or Girl on the Train, Darwin? Darwin, you're new too? No, Ben Affleck, right, is Gone, Baby Gone, with the little girl that's disappeared. Oh, she fakes her disappearance, sorry? Okay. Okay, she fakes her. I got you. Now it's making sense what I'm going to tell you. Okay. She fakes to frame her husband, right? Is that what happened? She tried to frame her husband? It's probably going to ruin the whole movie for me now that I know that, right? Because you're not supposed to know that probably, right? Okay, I have to wait. All right. Gone Girl Gone. You mean Gone Baby Gone, right? That's Gone Girl. Oh, gosh. Okay. No wonder all this time, every time someone says, this is like Gone Girl, and I'm thinking to myself, how is this like Gone Girl? That was about a little girl that disappeared. Okay. And Girl on the Train has nothing to do with this. Girl on the Train is something entirely. And Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I have never seen that one either. And then isn't there something like the Girl with a Tiger or something? Oh no, it's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which I've never seen either. Well, it has Media Frenzy. Which one has Media Frenzy? You scored a 132 nicotine gutter ball. So what is Gone Baby Gone? Gone Baby Gone is the one with Casey Affleck, and what was it that Ben Affleck directed it? Is that was he in the movie? I just saw it again recently, like a year or so ago. His wife sets him up. Right, isn't that the one with Morgan Freeman? Right? It's with Morgan Freeman. He did. And I'm trying to remember, did Morgan Freeman get to keep the little girl at the end? Rose, okay. Have some squirrels just because. Okay. All right. Yes, I think he did keep her. All right. Girl on a Train. That's something she sees something from a train window, right? Girl on a Train is on Amazon Prime. Okay, what about Gone Girl? Because I'm going to have to watch that. Was Gone Girl a movie or just a book? Katrina Turner? You seem new too, right? Wow. It was both. Okay, Cass, but it was both. Who was in the movie? Okay, Sheila, I'll check one sec. I'm just going to say what I'm saying this for, and then I'll check my mail. They're both on there, Darwin. Okay. Jennifer James. Haven't seen you in a while, Jennifer James. No till the end, right? Not supposed to know. All right. Well, you know Jennifer Doulos, right? Anybody remember Jennifer Doulos? Okay. The mother of five. Well, today something came out. Now I understand why it's disturbing to the family, because I didn't understand this at first. Supposedly, someone found out. Now, I don't know if it's someone, I guarantee you it's someone on the husband's defense team. No, I know he got arrested, James. I have a video on it. James knew. James, we don't have a lot of guys in here, so I really pick up on the new guys that come in, and James knew. Okay, interesting. Anyway, oh shoot, hold on. So they say now that she wrote that Jennifer Doulos wrote a book 10 years ago, I think they said, that is very much like Gone Girl, where the wife disappears and frames the husband. And her family is very, very upset about it. And they said that the children have been through enough, because I guess someone that wants to make the husband look innocent is trying again to blame the victim. Something we see all the time here. So 17 years ago, is that when it was? Yeah, it was quite some time ago. It was, right? And they're sort of implying that is she, doing this? But what about all the blood? What about him throwing the clothes away? I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay? And so the family's very upset with this newest rumor going around. But that's what's going on in the Jennifer Doulos case. For those of you that didn't see that today or yesterday, depending on when you look at it and where you live. Is Arizona, what time is it in Arizona right now, Bridget? I was trying to think today. Is it 3 hours or 2 hours? I know with daylight savings time, you guys don't do that. So sometimes you're 3 hours, sometimes you're 2 hours. My best friend lives there, and I never know whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours. It's only 11:18? Oh, you're back to 3 hours. So I guess when we're in spring, and then when we fall back, we're only 2 hours. I gotcha. How could it only be 11:17 back there? You could go there and go back in time, but I wouldn't make it there in time. All right, I am going to Oregon 2. It's only 11:18 for you, Sheila? Oh, wow, the night's still young for you. Okay, let me go over and look at the emails. I'm sorry, but I'm thrown off because I was going to cover that trial today that I heard was going to, be a very big trial. I couldn't find it. I didn't know what was going on because I did, Okay. Sheila, you own it. You don't like it? Really? Let me see. I'll see if it's available on any of my stations. Thanks for the. Let me check it. I'll let you know. Thanks. Okay. We have a little mystery to solve. Is everybody ready to solve a mystery? My Full Heart and Hands has given us a real life mystery. She said she just moved into a first floor apartment and she's seeing these centipede type thingamajigs. She keeps telling them that they're not allowed to leave here, to live here, but they're not listening. She'd like to know what they are, so let's take a look at what they are. She's got a movie. Are you ready to watch a movie of it? All right, hold on. We've got a real crime movie coming up. Hang on. It's a caterpillar. Isn't that a that was an easy one. That looks like a caterpillar. My Full Heart and Hands. That's not a It's a centipede. No, an earwig has like these like clawy things. That's a millipede. I don't even see a lot of legs on it. Looks like a caterpillar with those things. I don't know what it is. It's a silverfish. It's a millipede. How does she get rid of them? It's a centipede. We have those in autumn in our house. I think they're a millipede. I've never seen those. These are coming in your house? Yee. Not a caterpillar. Okay. Not a silverfish. It's moving too fast for a caterpillar. Looks like some sort of pede. No millipede. We have them here in the country. Not a caterpillar. It's ugly. That's what it is, Paula. In the kitchen mostly. Lots of legs and no hair. No full heart. In the kitchen? You mean like on the counters? Ugh. Yikes, I'm standing on my bed. I don't even have those in my house. Bugs, yuck. Oh, that stuff also is supposed to clean. I think it's spelled wrong because I can't pronounce it, and I know what you're talking about. It's that white powdery stuff. That's supposed to clean like grease and stuff, isn't it? Also out of like grout. I remember I used that years ago. Close up, it's pretty close, Jennifer. Isn't it close enough there? You can't see that well? That's about as close as you're going to get. Okay. Move it now. Oh, she should move now. She just moved in. Well, I hope that helped. I don't know. My Full Heart and Hands. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, Tori has more on Frank Geis for us, okay? Everybody remembers Frank Geis, the one whose wife, they say, killed herself, and the two children whose father was the judge in the Darlie Routier case. And then we heard that he was being a psychologist, and we questioned his credentialing because he said he was with 30 years experience, and yet I can't figure out what happened to him, and he's counseling couples. I'm not getting this, but okay. So she has some more information, Tori. Hi, Carolyn. I was researching more on the Frank Geis case. He's a therapist now. I found his LinkedIn profile, which proves he is the same man. His LinkedIn profile has him as the owner of the Geis Group, which is the real estate company he and his wife once owned. I also found his Facebook page, as well as his wife and children's obituary. I, however, have been unable to find anything else on the 2008 murders of his wife and his children. If I wasn't such a chicken, I would have called in to talk. Maybe one day when I'm not so insecure of my Wisconsin accent. Oh, you shouldn't be. We would love to hear your Wisconsin accent. I really would like to hear that. Okay, so let's look at this now, okay? His, can I just pull this? Okay, here, hold on a minute. 1 second. I'm just going to pull this. Come over here. You come over here. Okay. So it says that he's a neurotherapist, he's a psychotherapist, and he does neurofeedback. Okay. I don't know. This guy went from real estate into psychotherapy. Okay. New direction. Somebody said this was a scam. You were looking him up as well, Joseph, right? But then we didn't understand how he had 30 years experience, and 2008 was the murder. That's only 10 years ago, and he was not a psychologist then. So how does he have 30 years of experience? Unless he just means 30 years of experience in anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm very confused there. Okay. And anyway, yeah. And everything is like a mystery. Hold on a minute. Okay. As if what life experience, right? Yeah. Winter. I guess that advertisement I put in Craigslist for the channel must be working. We have a lot of new people tonight. All right, let me go over to oh, I see. Okay, thank you for explaining that, Sunshine. All right. Jeannie says, Carolyn, I typed in the chat, but you missed it. Is it any wonder, Jeannie? I miss everything. Here in Arizona, we have a store I know you'd love. I don't know if you've ever been to one, but it's called the Container Store. There was one in New Jersey. I think I was there once or twice. And I've looked in case I can't get myself to go in. I'll never leave Michael's alone. It's bad enough. If I go in the container section, I fall in love with every box. If I ever win the lottery, I'll only have boxes everywhere. I'll go broke on boxes. I'll attach some pictures of some, emphasis on some of the boxes I have and some of the things in them, since I know you like to see things. Also, I'm attaching a picture of this really cool, really rare coin we have that I took to a coin collector, and the old man was stumped. It may be worth a ton of money, so maybe my box dream will come true someday. It's a King Louis the 14th, 1702, restamped and backdated to 1692 with the 1702 back and the 1692 front. But oh, I'm lost already. But dated 1702. Confusing, I know. Oh, wow, yeah. But I guess the story is King Louis the 14th hated his liking. Oh, his likeness, do you mean? On the 1692 coins, and made them collect all of them, I think you mean, and restamp the face and backdate it like the originals never existed, but then he kept the 1702 back, and there's like only one in existence so far, and it's not been assigned a value yet. Anyway, have a great night. Love you so much. Love you too. And okay, let's see if anybody can help you out here and see if you can get your dream to go to the Container Store and buy everything that your heart desires, right? Because that's a good dream to have. Now, I don't know what we're looking at here is the first picture. I have no idea. I could take a guess. I'm not looking at the chat, so it looks like a bunch of plastic tubes. Oh, I see. It's an old-fashioned school desk. Is that a school desk? You have a bunch of school desks in your house? Okay, I redid a school desk. Did you ever see my school desk that I redid? I did several. And then you have all these plastic tubes in there. Are those markers? It has to be markers, right? You just have like packs and packs and packs and packs. And then some Christmas to and from things, and then a bottle of medication. Were you looking for your medication over here? All right, I'm going to go back. I don't know. I'll go back in a minute. I don't know if I'm right, if I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay, now here comes the coin. That looks like Caesar. Pizza, pizza. What does this say? Cuba? And this is established. No, yeah, I don't know what this. What are these books? This is wood. I can see this is wood. This looks like a book of some kind or something. I don't know. A piece of Scotch tape right there. All right. Well, it looks like it's made of real silver, it says here. My son used to collect coins a lot and sell coins. I used to go to auctions where they sold a lot of coins. I didn't buy the coins, but I was there for other things. There was this like industrial fan that must have been something that was worth a lot of money because this guy came all the way from the city, way upstate. I was like more than me. It was like outside of Oneonta or something, and he was spending thousands on this fan that I wouldn't even have paid $1 for. But I guess it was worth a lot of money for something and something else. And as soon as he got those two things, he was gone. Like, they know. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, you have some of those cigar boxes. We had wooden cigar boxes as kids. And it was in, I think, like the late 70s when those things where you, like, made all kinds of squiggly patterns and then you painted in each one a different color. My mother was like really into that, so we had a lot of boxes like that. My sister and I would do them, and everybody around would do those. That was really popular, like in the late 70s, but they were wooden cigar boxes. I wish I still had that one, but actually the whole thing was painted like a teal color, which was just trendy-ish now, and I guess it was trendy-ish then. All right, let me go to the next one. Now you see what I'm talking about, the cigar boxes, right? Acid. Oh, this is the thing I saw, right, from Peru? Okay, that looks like a skunk in there. Doesn't it look a little tiny skunk? Is this in your closet? Look at that. On top you have nothing here except some spick and span and something else. You have two shelves up here. You can put a lot more boxes in there. Okay. Right about this time, someone's in the chat saying, "Why are we going through her house?" As if like we're going through like not invited. I live for girls' night. It's the perfect cover for cocktails and gossip. Okay. And this is that little purse thing that was up there. What are these things? Are these watch bands in here? Or slap bracelets? What are those? Is that a sunglass case or something? Not sure. Okay, this is a, next we have, hang on. You have lots of room to put things because your box here has lots of empty compartments. You have like a Rogue makeup brush just hanging out here with like a tube of makeup. And that, what is that? Like that looks like a first I thought it was a lotion, but it actually looks like it's fabric or something. It looks like a box of mints in here. This is from the pirate ship. Aye, aye, Captain. That's interesting. There must be a story about that. What is this? This looks like a shrimp, doesn't it? This looks like a fake shrimp. Is that a crystal shrimp? I've never seen a crystal shrimp. What? Oh, I think that's the end, right? That's all you sent? Yeah. All right, let me go back to the chat and see if I was right about any of the stuff. Hold on. It's a glass something. It looks like a crystal shrimp. A glass shrimp. I don't mean actual crystal. You know what I mean. Remember crystal animals, and they were plastic as kids, and they had a whole bunch of them? I had every one of those. I still have some, I think. Pretty sure. So, see, people are here still talking about the movie. Whose is this? This is Jeannie. Right there in the chat. Jeannie Fansworth. That was her things that we were going through. Vanessa, you're new too. Wow. Ad on Craigslist. Did you come in through the ad on Craigslist, Vanessa? That really worked. We got a lot of new people in here tonight. You have a ton of glass bone animals too. I have some glass animals too. I have those little crystal animals too. You know, they're all faceted. Please Google Denise Huskins on topic. Okay, Denise Huskins. Right now, Bellamec? Can I just see if I was right about the desk first? Hold that thought for 1 minute. I just want to see if I'm right about the desk. Was that a desk and was that a desk and markers? What was that thing? The first thing, Jeannie. DNA storage containers? Are you serious, Joanne Dallas? Was I right about the desk or not? Were those markers? You won't throw a tantrum? Good. What was it? I thought it was a desk also. It wasn't a desk, Jessica, were you wrong? Were they markers? Don't you mean in your own time, but right freaking now, Bellamec. Oh, they were markers, manager of 3 Monsters? She said not a desk, but they were markers. Where are you buying markers like that? Those were like huge packs of markers. Must have been some deal. Mr. Lemon? Oh, Lemon Songs. Okay. Yeah, I think we haven't... So many people from that Craigslist ad. I think I'm going to do one on... what is that other one? What, back page? So we got a lot. We must have like at least, I don't know, 30. You love to draw? Where did you get markers like that? They look like they're in saran wrap, or did you do that? Did you buy like a pallet of markers? You sent me pics from your 3 days of vacation. Oh, I did make an announcement for the Colorado people. Save Ravi. Amy's Justice League is in town. Where are the Colorado Ramblers? No, they are in plastic. That reminds me of Stacy's. No, not Stacy's mom has got it going on. What's the one in plastic? The Barbie. Do you remember that old song? Something about plastic? The way I just said plastic reminded me of that song. Is it a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? Do they say she's plastic? Oh my gosh. I'm having my mind is all over the place tonight. Barbie girl, life in plastic. Right, that's where I'm hearing it. It's fantastic. Okay. I don't know where I got why Stacy's mom came to mind. You know Stacy's mom, right? The one that's got it going on. Okay. Let me go back before I. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. I didn't know there was any, Jessica. All right, here we go. Amy's Justice League is sending pictures from her vacation, so it's like we're at our own private slideshow at her house, and she's showing her vacation films. But there's only 3, and today she went to natural hot springs for a soak. That sounds fun. I would like to go there right now. I really could go into a hot spring right now. That looks really good. That's a natural hot spring. That looks, was it nice and hot in there? Oh, that looks so good. What was the temperature outside? Nobody else was there? Did you guys rent this out for yourselves? I ask these questions. I'm not in the chat, so I can't see the answers. And then I come back and I can't find the answers. That's nice, Amy. You guys look like you're there alone. It looks like there's nothing else around you. That could be scary too, couldn't it? Like, what if is just like some random family runs this? Because if they did something, you're like way out there in the middle of nowhere. That could be, you know, sometimes it looks like paradise and it might be not so paradise. That's a little scary, right? Right? You'd be scared to go there alone. I would be scared to go there alone, Amy. I don't know. I would if there's nothing else around there. It doesn't look like there's anything else around there. Unless it's just in that one direction, there's like everything down there. I don't know. Because I don't see a lot of other people there. Because the springs my daughter went to in Colorado, there was like huge and there were lots of people there. Very people-y. Okay, I can't see the chat, so I'm going to come back and see the chat because I have to get the answers. We have our swap meet going on. Joe Cano would like to make a bid on the brass telescope. Jeannie Farnsworth. Okay. Give her a price. You know what they say. What do they say? Everything has its price. Go throw a price out there. I hate when people say that. They just throw it because I want you give me a price of what you're thinking because I'm always thinking like maybe I'm thinking way higher than you are or way lower and I'm not. Email me. She'd like to call in. Okay, Joanne, I will let you call in. Yeah, that'd be good. Hold on. That was Amy's Justice League, and she's in Colorado. You need to have a, yeah, I hate when people say, well, what are you thinking? Well, I'm not thinking anything. Why don't you tell me what you're looking to get for that? And then I can tell you, because I'm either going to say, wow, that's a lot lower than I was going to offer, or are they out of their minds? But I don't just want to throw something out there. Like if I know the value of something, I can do that. But if I just like something, I have no idea. I don't want to just throw the value out there because like it's, whoops. Okay, and I can come back for a second because I just need to get the answers. Joe Cana wants to buy the telescope. Jeannie, you have a price on that? Okay, it is for sale actually. Look at this, we're wheeling and dealing in this place. Who needs eBay? What's something like that go for? That reminds me of Uncle Buck. You remember Uncle Buck when he broke the plates and he's talking to the sister-in-law and he's like, "Hey, those plates, those plates in the den? Wow, where are those from?" Like, what did he say? He says like Kmart or something, and she's, "Oh, England. What would something like that go for?" Remember that when he broke the plates? The first one, "Oh, unbreakable, huh?" And they broke. Oh, what did you want me to Google, Bella Mac? I forgot the name now. Oh, see? What is the name now? Tell me what the name is. I'm going to go up. I hope it's not too far up here. I'm almost there because I see Jay Bells' comment. Oh, okay, I got it. Let me just copy this. So, Denise Huskins. Okay. All right. I'll be Googling that just for a minute. Somebody please watch to see if Jeannie's making a deal. Oops. Uh-oh. Who's Darlin? Dalrin? Oh, this is Denise. This is, don't say anything because I'm scared. Joanne. Okay, for a minute there I was losing my mind, Joanne. What was I doing? Joanne, are you okay? You're frozen. Denise, what am I looking for? Denise? See, I got confused with this Denise. Haskins? No, I forgot what I was doing. Howrens? What is the Denise name? Denise, it's good that I don't drink, or do drugs. Joanne, what is the name I'm supposed to Google? Denise Haskins, right? Huskins. I got it. See, Google showed me. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's about a woman testifying about torture, rape, and Vallejo kidnapped for ransom case. Oh, it was a hoax? Oh, wait a minute. Is this the one where she tied herself up on the side of the road and the husband found her? Or is this a different one? Remember that one? It has to be, right? Oh, are you there now? You can hear?
I can hear you, but I had seen you, and then I was up in this little box on the top,
Yeah,
and I clicked over on live chat.
right.
I muted that, so I'm hearing you from somewhere. I just can't see you.
You can't see me?
Well, I can see you on live chat with Mommy Ramblings on the YouTube link
Yeah, but you can't see me. Where else are you trying to see me?
from Zoom.
Oh, from Zoom. You know who knows a lot about Zoom that I didn't know? J Bells. I don't know. She was spouting off some stuff today. I'm like, where do you know all that from? And she's been holding
Okay,
out.
no, I got it now.
You got it? Okay. All right. Good.
Okay, yeah.
All right. But
All right.
you can see it. So you're actually looking at your Zoom like I am.
I have a tab open. I'm sitting in front of my
But
personal
look at me, and now I'm
computer.
off on the side like this. How come I'm all the way over here? Like I'm just.
The refrigerator's here, Carolyn. This side,
So I've got to move this way.
that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that puts you right in the center.
It does.
What's your son doing?
Which one? I have 4.
The one peeking behind the counter by the fridge?
You're joking.
No, he's sticking his, it's like on the floor, sticking his hand out, doing the thumbs up thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's fast asleep. He's got school tomorrow.
Oh.
That's my Is that my imaginary son?
Um,
It was a hoax. Okay.
yeah.
No, it was a hoax. The other case she's telling me about, but I'm trying to remember if it was the hoax that I knew about. Did you know about that one she's talking about? Denise Huskins? Joanne?
Oh, are you talking to me? I thought you were talking in chat.
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh,
Do you know that
wow.
case? Bella Mack told me to check this case out, and it says it was a hoax, that the girl pretended she was. I like your little teacup.
She pretended she was dead to try to nail her husband.
Oh, you know about it, Denise?
And it's like the perfect revenge on your husband, right? Fake your own death.
Oh, but I didn't know it was Denise.
Hey, is Sunny funny?
Yeah, she's there. She just called you ornery.
Is she in chat tonight?
She called you ornery just now.
Okay, Sunny Bunny dear, are you still bedridden?
She hasn't answered yet.
Because Joanne, not that witch Schmida who lives here, but Joanne would like to send you this beautiful, beautiful calendar.
Oh, a fish? Is that fish?
It's
Sea life?
Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii.
So like here's a parrotfish. Now
Wow.
when I lived there, there were places you could go snorkeling, like Hanama Bay on the windward side of the island, and I still have my snorkel, and I think I don't have the fins, but I kept the snorkel, and I saw these parrotfish, and they like chew with their mouth like this, and they chew the coral. But then Hanama Bay started getting destroyed because people were standing and walking on the coral and stuff, and like just throwing chunks of bread at the fish and giving them constipation.
Wow.
I used to take like a little bag of frozen green peas, shove them in my cooler with my beer and my salami,
Yeah.
and then
You
I
had
would
frozen
just,
peas. They like peas?
No, yes.
Oh, they do.
By the time you get there and you find a parking spot like 5 miles away in the parking lot, huge parking lot. Then you got to walk down this steep incline, or you pay to get on this little bus,
Mm-hmm.
little trolley,
Oh yeah, yeah, the little tram. Yeah,
the tram, and
right.
then okay, before I get too far off story, I wanted to send that to Sunny Bunny for her amusing comment about my calendar was probably from 1989.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm sure she was so relieved that it was a 2019 calendar that Joanne had in her kitchen.
You remember those dish towels that used to have calendars on them, and they had like my mother used to have some. I don't know, think there's any more left, but there was some like from like 60 something. I don't know. They used to have calendars on towels. Do you remember that?
I do.
Right?
And I remember green stamps.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so there was just like you would go in the drawer, and there were dish towels from like with a calendar from 1972.
I still have some old dish towels.
Yeah.
I mean, I have aprons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I have one of my mother's, I think. Yeah.
It's just amazing to me that if I sit down and look at eBay and do like a search,
the vintage stuff, you all you have it. You're like, I have that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, my metal Coleman.
Yeah. That's pricey. That's going, right? That's a pricey vintage.
They started bids are $40. And
Maybe you could sell it
like
here or somebody.
Years, you know?
Did Jeannie sell it? I have a funny fish story. When I was in 8th grade and we came up for the summer, because the first day we came up for the summer, I took a frozen shrimp out of the freezer. I don't know why. I wanted to go fishing and I couldn't find any worms or something, or I didn't want to. So my mother said, here, take this frozen shrimp down and fish with the frozen shrimp, right? So I put a frozen shrimp on the line and I cast it in the lake and I caught a freaking catfish, which I was scared to death of. Okay? So I don't even remember how I got it off the hook. I must have brought it over to some neighbor's house and been like, get this thing off my hook. The only thing good about the catfish, because I'm scared to death of those catfish, is when they used to come inland and have their babies, and they have like hundreds, and the little catfish are so cute and they don't bite, and you could hold them. You have to scare the parents away so you could scoop them up. But those are my best memories of the summer. Some of them, yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, the thing that comes out this way, those are sharp.
They do something to you. Like if they only come inland. Yeah, they don't come inland unless they're having their babies. But then we went to this friend's house and they had a pond and they had catfish this big in there. And they said their grandchildren swam in there. I said, you wouldn't get me in there I said, and they're like, oh, they won't bother you. Yes, they do, because the little ones this big bother me. If you go near they like smack against you and like sting you for something. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
They're mud suckers. They're bottom dwellers.
Yeah, kind of like a lot of people on YouTube, right?
They just, yes.
Sorry.
You won't mention any other channels?
No other channels, sorry.
Religion.
Politics. Catfish, bottom dwellers. Bad words. Nudity.
Oh, Carolyn, can you see my little thing? You know how you have the Zuli? You have that. I noticed it. You remember your hoodie?
Oh, yeah. I can't find it. Do you know that Jimmy took it to wash and I've never seen it again? My pink one that I loved.
I went and clicked that little blue V for see more. And it said, this is my Zuli.
Zulily. Yeah.
For my floral hoodie.
Yeah.
So I went on there and I typed in like search and I put floral.
Yeah.
Hoodie. And I was looking for the exact one that you had.
Yeah, I was too.
Turquoise, and then it's got the other fabric.
Right, it's got that floral fabric. It reminds me of fabric from the 70s, that floral. That's why I like it. Very vintage.
Did you give it away to somebody else?
No, I don't know where Jimmy did the laundry, and I've never seen the sweatshirt again.
How long ago did you do that laundry?
You know what I think he probably did? Do you know what I think he probably did? I guarantee you my sweatshirt is in one of the kids' drawers. I
in the
guarantee you,
straw.
he put stuff, like he just put stuff and didn't look very well at it, and just
Mhm.
like shoved it in a drawer, probably like to just tidy up or something. And I guarantee you, my sweatshirt is in one of their drawers.
Well, I know that. Do you get them free from Zuli?
No, that one I paid for. No,
Like $19 or something?
it wasn't much. It was because Zulily, it's nothing. It's ever really much at Zulily. So yeah, I think it was around that 24 at the very most.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, might have
I
even been 17. I don't know. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
never more than 24. They usually have special sales too.
If it's at all possible, here I'll show you what I've got for you.
Oh, you've got something for me? Did you get that at Zulily? Did you get your sweatshirt?
You see this?
No, you got to pull it up a little higher.
Yeah, but
Up.
you see,
I see a hanger.
do you see this, Mommy?
Yeah, I do. I see a hanger.
What kind of hanger?
Oh, a wire hanger? No. It doesn't look like a wire hanger. It's too nice for a wire hanger. It's a wooden hanger.
Bad mommy.
It looks like a nice wire. No, that's definitely not a wire hanger.
It's a nicer one.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's not it. Those are the kinds that she liked. Did you listen to her thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? She had a lot of good tips. She did have a lot of good tips.
So I mean, it's a size large. I think you're like if your feet are that size, you probably
Yeah.
wear a large.
I like them large anyway because I wear like a shirt underneath them, and so they're nice. So,
It's got the paw, like a dog paw
oh,
for the
look at
animal.
that, and it's got a heart. It looks like an upside down heart, though, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. The animal rescue site made in China.
Very nice.
What the tag says.
Yeah. The animal
Oh,
rescue site.
thank you.
No, I got something here the other day. It's so funny. Let me see if I threw it away. It said, you know what a lot of the Chinese companies are doing now? They're tricking people. They say something like, okay, we got this thing, like this tag on this thing, right? What does that say?
What?
Oh, I don't know. You get this tag, and it goes, made something like American like chalkboard company, and then it says made in China. They named their company Joanne, stop. So, and I'm worried about that, wondering about that. That's pretty scammy to me, isn't it? You think that's scammy? It seems scam. No, not what you're doing. It seems scammy that they call their company American. So somebody like looks at something in the store and they go, "Oh, good, I want to buy American, right?
Right.
I'll support our country." And
Right.
then they get home and it's so deceiving. I don't know.
There's a
Oh,
lot
and can
of-
I say something else that this is bothering me? We should have a night. You know, what we should have a night of. Can we have a night of pet peeves? Will everybody do a night of pet peeves where people come on and say the things that bother them? No, and it can be like, people that lick the bags in the supermarket or something like that. Let's just do everybody's pet peeves because it feels better when you get them off your chest. Oh, please? Okay, well, we could go into pet peeves right now. We could just change right over because that's the focus of this channel. So right now, we're going to change over to pet peeves. I'll tell you what a pet peeve of mine is. People want to pay the same price for, let's say, this cup of coffee, okay? So they make the container the same, but they give you less coffee and they charge you the same price because in our feeble little minds, we can't understand that we're still getting less coffee, but as long as we're paying the same price, so the orange juice containers are shrinking, it's no longer a half a gallon orange juice. But you're paying the same amount for Tropicana, you're happy. The Breyers ice cream, you're paying the same price, the container keeps shrinking, right? They think we're stupid though. And then even though, Are you vaping? Even though, even though we're not, that really annoys you, doesn't it? It's the incredible shrinking product, and they're shrinking more and more and more.
Taco Bell,
Taco Bell shrinking?
pintos and cheese. You used to get a little styrofoam kind of cup with a little lid.
Yeah,
You used to get the vegetarian, like the pintos and cheese.
yeah.
It's like, it looks like it's like a little nacho cheese dip or something. It's like the diameter is smaller, the depth is smaller, and you know, I would rather they just increase the price and give me the same amount.
But see, I want to do a poll here because, we're supposed to, J Bells, if you know how to do the polls, you should be running the thing here, because this thing has a spinning wheel and polls, but we don't know how to use it. Anyway, what would you really rather pay? Because I think, even though we know we're getting less, it's still something with our stupid brain that we're okay with getting a shrunken product and paying the same price, even though it makes zero sense. So, you guys, do you want to pay the same price that you've paid for Breyers and get a shrunken product, or would you rather get the normal half gallon of ice cream and pay more? The only thing that hasn't shrunk is a gallon of milk, because they raised the price on that. They don't shrink that gallon of milk. I'm waiting for an answer here. When people say, with that being said, oh, that's your pet peeve? Okay. You will pay more, Sunny Bunny. You want the same size and pay more. See, but they're saying you will pay more. Okay. Thank you for your prayers. Oh, prayers to you, Cheryl. When people cough, sneeze, or yawn and don't cover it. Oh, yeah, that's more than a pet peeve. That's grounds to be, I don't know, pay more. Everybody's saying they will pay more for the same size. Then why are they doing this to us? Do they do that to you in the UK? UK people, do they do that to you? Do they shrink your product to make you pay the same price? Or anybody around the world? Germany, Sonia, if you're on, Anna in Sweden. Who else do we have? They do that to you in Australia too? They shrink your product? They do that to you, Casbot. They keep shrinking your product to keep the price the same? So it's not that they're just thinking Americans are so stupid that we're going to shrink their product and they're going to still think they're paying that much for Tropicana, right? Same thing in the UK. Wow. What is the deal with that? Knuckle crackers? And Greece as well, huh? Wow. That's crazy. They shrink it also in Sweden, Anna? Okay, so I mean, really, then everybody that's marketing thinks we're nuts. But they don't shrink the gallon of milk, right? They never shrink that gallon of milk. They will raise the price on that gallon of milk, and they don't shrink a dozen eggs. Though Sonia explained about the colored eggs, that they have colored eggs all year round. She said because people eat them all year round. So they're hard-boiled eggs, I guess. So, is Sonia here tonight? And they don't just hard-boil them. They color and hard-boil them as if, like, you can't have a hard-boiled egg if it's not colored. I was very confused about that. Do you have that in the UK? Colored eggs? How many days is the marathon live pet peeves going to be on? We have a lot of pet peeves to cover. But those are some of mine. The shrinking product. Oh, and more pet peeves of mine. Who's Elise and Snow White? Oh, Elsa. How are they? They're pet peeves, Elsa and Snow White, Robbie? Why? Oh, get that raid away. It's not good for you. This is Joanne Dallas. You know Joanne Dallas, the one that sends us the videos of her house and her decluttering. You mean that's your pet peeve? With that being said, when somebody says that, I had a coworker once that I swear to you, she must have, I don't know, she must have a book for like vocabulary power or something, and she latched onto the word subsequently. She used the word subsequently so much that members of my family, anytime I would mention her name, she would go, they would go, oh, what'd she say? Subsequently, that, oh, you got that? Did you really?
It's a gift for you, Mommy.
Oh, come on, Joanne.
Mommy, dearest. It's for you.
Did you really you're doing that condo method? I can't do that. She wants me to take all of my clothes out and throw them on my bed. I would never get into bed again.
No, she doesn't want that for you. Your house is beautiful.
No, my house is not. My house is nice, but there's a lot of stuff around. I need some decluttering.
Journal. See, you say, you have this beautiful.
I can't take all my clothes out and throw them on my bed, because then I will really never go to sleep. If the clothes don't bring you joy, then toss them.
You don't.
Yes,
Bridget. If it doesn't ring your bell, if it doesn't touch your heart and increase your heart rate.
Yeah, but who brings all the stuff? Here's the thing. This is where the problem is. Who brings all the stuff to the places? Because I don't live around any places. And then the bags just sit in your car, or they sit like downstairs somewhere to go somewhere, right? Have you done that? Because I packed up stuff, and then it's a lot of stuff, and you don't know what to do with it, and then you just want to toss it and have a bonfire or something. And I've done that. We have done that. We had the flames so high, we thought my son burned up everything. My son said at one time, he says, "This is the way we get her done," because he was trying to make a big mockery of it, like we were like in some backwoods. And I really thought we were going to burn the house down that night. I thought we were going to get the fire department was going to come up. The leaves on the trees, the tallest trees, were singed. He burned an entire computer desk that we were throwing. You couldn't, one of those stupid computer desks, you put it together, it's like that stupid solder furniture. You can never get it apart. So if you want to get rid of it, there's nothing to do. So I just said, just get this stupid thing out of here, because we got something new for the computer. We put it out on the porch. You couldn't give it. So I said, what are we going to do with this? And my son was like 16 at the time, and he started this bonfire, like in this fire pit. And then he was just throwing stuff on there. My son burned a mattress that we just had the coils left. They were like out of control. They were just throwing stuff on there. And I said, fire department is going to come. He says, we have the hose out. But he admits to this day that he got scared. But along with the beaver memory, that's one of his best memories, was the time we, get her done. He said, this is the way we're doing it.
Just roll the stuff to the end of the driveway, and then the people that cruise around.
We don't have people like that. We live off the beaten path. And then also, let me tell you something. He got overzealous, because at the time we were putting new flooring in the family room, so we had taken all the molding out. It was on the porch. I went to look for the molding. Get her done. It was done. We had to get all new molding. Yeah.
I can't hardly see the cookie jar.
Yeah, it's back there. Yeah, I know.
Turn the wrong way. It's like a staple in your home.
I know, but Casbot has one too. So now they're, it's not as unique, right? And then so you can see it over there too, and here. It's kind of like, maybe it's like a stamp, almost like a trademark. Like if you have that cookie jar, you're connected. If you
You're in
don't
the
have the cookie
club.
jar, then you're not in the club.
But I think your cookie jar is like shinier,
Then Casbot's
and your dog's painted.
a little different.
His
Yeah.
face is way more attractive. His eyes are
Now
bigger.
Casbot is feeling badly. You shouldn't do that because she's right there in the chat.
She's a wretch tonight, so she can't be in the chat. She's just working.
Oh, well,
She's
gonna
working as a wrench.
as a. I thought, yeah, that.
No, a wrench.
I know. I thought you said wench. Like that's a pirate. That's a pirate's girlfriend. Is a wench a pirate's girlfriend? What is a wench? That's a pirate's girlfriend.
Yes.
Is it? She wears the little costume. She wears
the wenches.
They wear the little costume, right?
Yeah.
It's like a little peasant blouse with puffy sleeves and
Buddhist.
yeah. That's a nice. That would be nice. Yeah.
The bosoms
Yeah.
on display.
Sherlock is crying. See?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's sorry, Casbot. She didn't mean it.
Mm.
People say who think it's okay to touch her. Casbot. I'd be a good wench. I know you would. I know you would, Casbot. I could see you in the outfit too. I picture the striped skirt, and then the like the sash. It has some crochet. I don't know what could call it lace on the end, but that stuff that's made with that crochet twine, I think. You're in retail, and your pet peeve is when customers think that you don't want to leave when your shift is up. Oh, Baker Sweet? Are you related to Jennifer Sweet, Baker Sweet? You're another newbie. Did you come off the Craigslist ad? Your hubby talks like a pirate. Oh, he does. No, it's... Where'd you get that? Did you send away for that? Did you send away for that?
Yeah, you had to have so many of those things.
Yeah, the little things.
Proof of purchase.
You know what I got once with the proof of purchase? There was some kind of dog food, and they sold. Remember Russ? Russ Berry stuffed animals? She's not even listening to me.
I know Russ. RUSS.
Yeah, well, yeah. There was a little beagle puppy stuffed one, and it was some dog food thing. And if you sent in enough things, you got one of those stuffed animals free, and I got it. I also got the Pillsbury Doughboy free. And I don't know where my Pillsbury Doughboy is. They left him when my parents moved to house. He got left behind, and then in the 90s, I found another ad for the same one, and I got him, and I don't know where ServPro packed him. The little Pillsbury Doughboy, I got him, sent away for him.
I have Gumby.
I had a Gumby too. I don't know where I had Pokey too.
I have a Pokey horse.
Mm.
And you know that lady that had a puppet with the long eyelashes?
Oh, Mame? Madam?
No.
The one with the really big chin?
No, not like the showed us, like with your son holding that you had.
Oh, the Muppet, Maria. The what, Maria?
It's white, and they'd be on like the Art Linkletter show, and she'd be like looking at it, and it had pretty eyebrows.
Oh, Lamb Chop.
Lamb Chop. I have Lamb Chop.
I have a Lamb Chop too. My daughter loved Lamb Chop. Yeah, the song that never ends. That came back for those kids of that era. You remember Kukula, Fran, and Ollie? Kukula, Fran, and Ollie. You don't remember that?
I'm thinking.
You have to remember. It's on like 7:30. Kukula, Fran, and Ollie.
Cartoon?
No, it was a puppet show.
No, but I remember Captain Kangaroo, and the bunny rabbit was behind it. He'd come up from the counter, and they'd go, "Mr. Bunny Rabbit," and then they'd give him carrots.
Oh, right. Yep, yep, yep. And Mr. Green Jeans.
Mr. Green
Mm-hmm,
Jeans.
mm-hmm.
I used to call him green beans.
Did you? Because you were getting them mixed up with the Jolly Green Giant.
I guess maybe I heard,
No, you were thinking of the Jolly Green Giant. Don't you know the Jolly Green Giant?
I know
Ho, ho.
him.
What did he say? He didn't say ho, 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 ho. What did he say?
No.
It's the Green Giant, right? What did he say? Ho, ho, ho? No. He said something. He said like 3 words. Do, ho, ho. What did he say? What did the Green Giant say? He said something.
Ho ho, green
Giant. Yeah. But that doesn't sound right. That's like Santa. He shouldn't have said ho, ho, ho. Did he say oh, 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 Green Giant?
Could have been.
He said ho, 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 manager 3 monsters? Ho, 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 Green Giant. Okay. And then who was the little, remember he had a little brother, or was that his son? Who was the little, what was it, Sprout? Sprout. Wasn't his little son Sprout? I think so, Sprout. But then there was, with the Kukula, Fran, and Ollie, I believe one summer they came up here. We only got like 3 stations, and if the farmer was milking the cow, we had no TV at all. It was all static, and everybody'd say, oh my gosh, they're milking the cows again. Because their electric milkers caused You're so, you're drinking your English tea, huh? Do you have the answers in there?
Only when the tea is drank and I read the leaves.
Oh, you do read the leaves. Okay. So, like the Walton sisters used to do that, I think. The sisters that had the recipe. But they did like a Peter and the Grapes one time. I think Kukula, Fran, and Ollie. Does anybody remember that? Or there was a Peter and the Grapes thing that was on during the summer that we saw once that was really weird that I feel like it was a dream. What?
What do these puppets look like?
Kukula, Fran, and Ollie, I think they look like socks. They were only on for like a year before they were off when I was a kid. But they were like I came in on the tail end of it. Like they were on for years before Kukula, Fran, and Ollie. Weren't they socks? Which reminds me of Sesame Street. Remember they had those sock like snake things?
Yes.
And then what were the Teletubbies? But they weren't Tubbies. Remember those things that had the horns? The little horns, and they were like and the phone was ringing, and they were always very annoying puppets because they just kept saying the same thing. Which ones? They came in different colors. What they weren't what were they called? When you're driving on the freeway and the car in front of you is going the exact same speed, and when you speed up, they speed up too. No, right, they're going slower than you usually in Maryville. They're going slower, you're going to pass them, and as you go to pass them, they start to speed up like, you're not passing me, right? Yeah, no, it's not Fraggle Rock. They're on Sesame Street, and they're the ones that, they're really weird. They're like alien ones or something, and they have little horns. Not Fraggle Rock. Doesn't anybody remember what I'm talking about? I will get my puppet. I've got to go out and find her. Can somebody tell me? Nobody. Not Meeps. Nobody remembers. Yip, yip, yip. Something like that. But what were they called? Snortles? No. You know which ones. There's a telephone one, and the telephone's ringing, and they don't know what it is. They say, yep, 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 yep. But what were they called? They're not the ones that have that song. Dun, 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 dun. Remember that one? There was. Yeah, it was so fun. No, this is fun. I used to have this business with my friend, right? We dealt with a lot of Amazon sellers. And so I told her that I was dealing with this seller, and his name is Anam. And she goes, "What's his name?" And I said, "It's Anam." And I said, he was really interested, like, in my life and everything. Like, he called me on my birthday because he saw it on Facebook. He called me, this guy, right? This Amazon seller we're dealing with. I don't know him at all. He called me on my birthday. I said, "That's crazy." He told me all about his life. Anyway, she started to laugh hysterical when I told her his name, and she started singing that song. And she said, "Now I can't get the song out of my head."
And usually he'll stick with you for about 3 days.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
The Martian puppets. Yes, what are they called? Okay.
Remember that Seinfeld episode when Jerry and Elaine's father comes and they go out to dinner, and then George does that.
He what?
George does that song, and then like he does it, and then the old man, Elaine's father, is leaving at the end of the show, and he's alone in his vehicle, and he's driving, and he's like, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. And now he's got it stuck in his head, like George Costanza gave it to the guy, Elaine's father.
And remember the gym teacher that kept calling George, "I can't stand you"? Remember he kept going, "Can't stand you, what you doing?" You remember that? "Can't stand you." Yeah.
I had the big salad.
The big, or the man hands. Or the one that wore the same outfit all the time. And even the pictures in her house, she had the same outfit on.
I liked Elaine because she'd say stuff like, "Is he sponge-worthy?"
Right. And then remember when the lady in her office thought she was dirty?
Yeah.
Remember? And then she rubbed her butt all over the keyboard, and the lady got really sick and was in the hospital the next day. Remember?
Elaine went to visit her and she had died.
Yeah. Because she's like, "I'm not. Who the hell does she think she is? She thinks I am full of germs." And what happened to someone? She's in the hospital, very, very ill. Yeah. And the lady was using the toilet seat covers when she was going in the bathroom. That just Oh my gosh.
Did you see the one when Jerry and Elaine went down to Florida to visit Jerry's parents? And Elaine, they pulled out a couch bed, and Elaine slept on it. And then she woke up the next day.
Her back? Was it her back?
Was thrown out. And they gave her some muscle relaxers, and then she did that silly dance.
Oh yeah, she couldn't dance. Yeah.
She nailed it. And they said that she had was self-conscious and just wouldn't let herself go with it. She was like embarrassed, a little self-conscious to act that stupid. But then when she finally let loose and just said, "Screw it, I'm just gonna make a total fool out of myself," and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And she said that thing that Marlon Brando said because she was all stoned, and she's like, "Stella!"
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Stella. Yeah. Right. And then, remember when the girlfriend dropped the toothbrush in the toilet?
Yes.
And then he had to break up with her?
Yes.
He was a germaphobe. And then one day when his belt hit the urinal, he came home, which was silly. Like, why? If he was such a germaphobe, he would have taken it off and thrown it in the bathroom garbage there. But he waited till he got home and he pulled it off, threw it in the garbage, and Kramer took it out of the garbage. I said, "I'll take that." Right? Yeah.
Kramer would take anything.
Yeah.
He was a mooch.
Remember those Japanese people he rented his drawers out to? That slept in his drawers of that armoire?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember that one?
The drawers?
Yeah, drawers. He had these huge drawers in the armoire.
No. Don't remember that episode. I'll have to Google that one.
Yeah, check it out. He said that the Japanese people, would sleep in very small spaces, and he had these huge drawers, and he was going to rent them out. And he had like 5 Japanese guys in the one dresser, the one armoire. And he was renting them out in his apartment.
Was the armoire in his apartment?
Yeah.
Home and Jerry?
Right across from Jerry, yeah.
I Yeah, I can't believe I missed an episode.
Remember the muffin tops?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They wanted just to eat the top of the muffin and throw
Right.
the rest away.
And what's his name?
And
The
nobody
chubby
would
guy
take
got
them.
all the stumps, right? What was his the post office guy? What was his name? Norman. Norman? Was it Norman?
Norman was on Cheers.
What was his name? The post office guy.
The chubby guy.
Yeah, with the curlyish hair. He was on Jurassic Park too. What was his name on Seinfeld?
Oh, let me think.
I thought it something with an N, I think. It's not Norman?
No, it was the
Newman.
Newman.
There we go. Newman, right? Jerry, okay. Newman. Jerry. And then the Mackinac peaches. Remember the Mackinac peaches that only came out for like 3 days a year? That's Kramer said these Mackinac peaches, they only come out for like 3 days. They're the best peaches.
What about, wasn't there like Kramer and the lobster, the shellfish, the shrimp?
Yeah, she had the man hands, and she wasn't using crackers. She was just cracking the stuff with her hands.
Lobster?
Well, and I think it was crab legs. You could list pet peeves for a week straight. Does anybody? You can call in. Would you like to call in some pet peeves? Who'd like to call in pet peeves? Who would like to call in some pet peeves?
Show your faces, ladies.
Yes,
Don't be
ladies.
shy.
And gentlemen. We've got gentlemen too.
Oh, we got men in the hen house?
We do. We have Random Guy Jeff and we have Joe Schmo, but Joe will never call. We have a bunch. I think we have a few from the Craigslist ad. The Craigslist ad I placed worked well. We got a lot of new people in here tonight.
Well, there's some gamers in here too.
Yeah, there's a lot of new people in here tonight. I think Jennifer's sweet sister or something is in here.
Yeah, I can't see the chat.
Yeah.
I'm like all by myself.
I think I'm going to do Backpage, and I'm going to try to do it on Let It Go too. It's bringing a lot of people in. Hey, Bethany Scooby. Who's here?
Is Robbie still here?
Robbie, he's in and out. You know Robbie because he's driving, I think.
He's what?
He drives during this time.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that.
he checks in and out, and then he's got to drive, you know, because he's got a
Oh,
job
I
and
get
stuff,
it.
right?
I get it now.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you're not Jennifer's sister? Oh, that's just a weird coincidence. Okay. I've never seen your name before. Did you just change your name, Big or Sweet? Are you subscribed? Because I don't know, I didn't see you there. Hey, Miracle Heart. Your pet peeve is too long? It's never too long, Jeff. What's your pet peeve? Oh, Casbot's leaving. Is it time for Rat Race? Wow. And look at that. It's my time, 3:33. That's my lucky time. It's 3:33. Oh my gosh, I'm freaked out. I saw that twice today. I saw 3:33 twice today. I saw it this afternoon, and I just saw it now. That's lucky, lucky, lucky.
That's awesome.
That's lucky. Who wants to call in? I'm going to check if anybody gave me the, wants me to give them the number. You know what I mean. And Bella Mac, I did not forget about this case. I'm going to look about this because it says Vallejo to pay $2.5 million to humiliated couple accused of hoax in a real kidnapping. So it wasn't a hoax. I'm so confused, you guys. What is this?
Hoaxing.
It says a couple accused by Vallejo police of fabricating a kidnapping, even though the woman was in fact abducted in the dead of the night, held for ransom, and sexually assaulted. Said Friday they were humiliated on a public stage while announcing the $2.5 million settlement with the city. Denise Huskins and Aaron Quinn. But this isn't the one that was chained to a park bench or something on the side of the road. Was it? There's so many different things. Nobody knows what's true and what's not anymore sometimes. I don't know. Okay, let me go to the mail. Oh, hang on. Jeff, I just want to make sure that hold on a minute. Let me see if you, oh, okay, I see now. All right, I got you. I understand that. Okay, I'll take care of that after this. And hold on a minute. Oh, Hennessy. Okay, I'll get you that information. Let me see. Oh my gosh, Amy. Yes, it's okay. I am totally, yes, totally joking about the vacation pictures. I love seeing them. Oh my goodness. You know my sarcasm, right, Amy? Poor Amy thought I guess she thought I was being serious. She was so upset that to make sure that sending pictures is okay. It's okay. We want to see your vacation pictures. Yes, you send those. Send them all to us. I'm joking. That's my crazy, silly sarcasm. The New York sarcasm that everybody loves. Yeah? Okay? I love the pictures. I really like those pictures. And Amy, I really thought it was a cool place. But then when I saw there was nothing around you, I was scared a little bit. Did that make you a little scared that there was nobody there? It made me a little scared. But I do want to hear if there was, like, what it was like. Yeah. Is Amy in there? Did she hear me? Because I don't want her to go away upset. I mean, she's not upset here. She just doesn't know whether I said no. Like, I want to make sure she knows. Okay, so far no one has said they want to call in for their pet peeves. They're just going to sit there in the chat and silently discuss them. And I'm just going to go and make sure that Amy heard me.
What color is the chat room?
The color is black.
Really?
Yeah. You can't see the chat room?
Well,
where is Amy? Did Amy hear me?
Where the food and the drinks are in the chat room, the Cokes and Pepsis, the free ones.
Oh, no, we have unsweetened iced tea with lemon and coffee.
Oh.
And there's hot water if you want tea with some tea bags on the side.
Must have been Casbat.
Casbat probably has a nicer setup because she does a lot of different teas and stuff. And she has soda. She always has soda.
Yeah. We had Coke or Pepsi.
You had Coke or Pepsi? She takes good care of her
cherry
guests.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, no. Leave it to Casbat. She knows how to entertain.
Zero cherry.
You had all of that?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like sugar buzz.
No wonder you went on there first. Yeah, no wonder. I would too. Yeah, definitely. I would too. With the soda and everything. Yeah, that's nice.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Wow.
Or you could have the kind where they dump everything on it.
I just have a small crudité plate.
Cream.
That's all I have.
Do you have any fresh vegetables, like some celery?
Yeah, the crudité. I have like the carrot sticks, celery, some broccoli, cauliflower with like a ranch dipping sauce.
Because I don't know. I thought maybe, Mommy, that you could have like a little tray of crudités there by your computer.
It's in the green room.
No, when you're
Oh, when I'm
there.
sitting here, that would be very noisy and crunchy, and then people with that missive whatever phobia, whatever it is, and they can't hear
I think
sounds.
they're full of juice, they're full of Carlos the juice
Well,
box.
some people can't take that. I don't know. Some people can't take it.
Well, you usually eat chocolate, though. You're
I try
used
to
to.
put it on mute and try to eat quiet
No,
things.
we don't want you to put it on mute,
Oh,
Mommy.
okay.
We just want you to snack. But I think you should maybe consider the possibility of having healthier snacks.
A healthier snack. Okay.
You should be
Chocolate
willing
is good for you though. It has antioxidants. My daughter bought me this chocolate back from, I keep forgetting to eat it. She brought it back from Ecuador for me. And it has all these like essences of stuff in it. It's very good chocolate. And I have it up there and I forget all about it all the time. But I'm looking for Amy. I'm really upset. I hope Amy's okay. I don't like people to think that to be hurt over something that I was joking about. That's just my sense of humor, Amy. Tell Laura I love her. Tell Amy I was joking.
Remember Amy on Three Little Women, the little
Oh
women?
yeah, was it Amy? No, Joe was the oldest one. Amy. Then there was who? Meg, and then who was Nell? Was there a Nell?
Yeah.
Oh, Beth. Beth.
They were like this big because they were the little women.
One of them died, right?
Beth died.
Beth died of like what? She had a disease, right? Smallpox or something. Something.
Well, there
No,
was
not smallpox.
Meg, the oldest, Joe, the one who wrote,
Right.
the writer.
She was a tomboy,
Amy
wasn't
was
she?
the pretty blonde.
Right. Right.
Beth was like she was like our J Bells.
Okay. One of the. Which one was like RJ Bells?
Beth.
Oh, Beth
Really
was.
sweet, kind, and like just she had that I like that kind of heart.
Hmm. But who's the one that brought the limes to school and got in trouble? And the teacher hit her with the ruler on the knuckles. Remember that one?
The candy.
No, I thought it was limes. Wasn't it limes or something?
Yeah, but I think they're like because they lived in another country.
Mm.
Weren't they like it said candied limes like you could buy and you weren't supposed to have them? They had it wrapped in their little handkerchief or in
And
their
why'd she get in trouble? Just because she brought them to school?
It'd be like you having 5 pieces of gum in your pocket at school.
Right, but wasn't the mother really upset that the teacher? I've got to reread
Mother
that.
was upset at the teacher, not
Yeah,
her child.
right. That's what I'm saying. Right, because the teacher was, and it wasn't even a Catholic school, and she hit her like right on the knuckles or something, right? Didn't she? Crack her on the knuckles with a ruler.
Hurt her. She
Yeah.
hurted her.
They were really brutal in those days. Like Tom Sawyer, didn't they beat him like with a stick? For Becky or something. He took up for Becky. Remember, that was his girlfriend, wasn't it?
He had to fake his own death, and
Tom Sawyer did. I really have to reread these.
he went down the river, and
I remember the
river
painting
was
of the
a metaphor
fence.
for life. And every time like the raft stopped, him and Jim they ran away. And then
Huckleberry. You mean Huckleberry? Wasn't his friend Huckleberry Finn?
Huckleberry Finn and
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer. Remember the whitewashing of the
Oh
fence?
yeah, that I remember. His aunt. But was it? What was the aunt's name? What was his aunt's name?
Mark Twain wrote the book.
No, but the aunt that was telling him he had to paint the fence, because he didn't have parents.
He had no parents.
He was living with the aunt.
Yeah.
And he had to whitewash the fence. And I used to be jealous because that looked like fun to me. And he made it look like it was I would have loved if my parents would have said, go out there with a paintbrush and,
He made it look so much fun.
He did.
On the neighborhood kids.
Right. Yeah. So I would have fallen for that. And I would have been out there painting the fence for him.
It.
Yep.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
They were lined up to pay him money to paint that fence.
And they were ahead of their time because that was kind of like chalk paint because it was watered down paint, right? So it's like that chalk paint they're all using now that it's like a little can like this is like $40 now. It's crazy. That Amy Sloan makes it. And all it is a chalk paint. And boy, is that, and there's a way to make it. Somebody knows how to make it a real cheap way with like, I think they use like sheetrock something. Almost like the mortar on sheetrock. But yeah, that's look at that. And they were ahead of their time. They were using chalk paint on the fence. And I don't know, a lot of things. But I don't know. They were pretty brutal on the kids then. Because Becky Thatcher, was that the girl? I sent Jeff the number. He's got, I just sent it. Ew, I can't even go in gross and disgusting and why. It takes 2 seconds. I always flush with my foot instead of my hand. Oh, definitely flush with your foot. Please. But I don't even use them. Jeff?
He's here.
Yeah.
Hey.
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 All right. Now who's on the line here?
That is Joanne.
Joanne Dallas or the other Joanne?
Joanne Dallas. What other Joanne?
Oh, I thought there was another one on there.
You mean
All
Aunt
right.
Schmida.
Hey,
You mean Aunt Schmida.
Okay.
That's what I think
All
you
right,
mean.
I got you.
No, Aunt Schmida, she's not here. She went to bed. Joanne gave her some tranquilizers, and she's kind of out for the night. I
Knocked
hope
her
she's
out.
going to be up in the
Nice.
morning. Yeah, because I think I hope
Right.
she didn't give her too many, because then she might not. Joanne might not be here in the morning. She might be off in the slammer.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. She said she gave her a couple of tranquilizers because she said she had an anxiety attack, but I don't believe it.
No, I don't either.
Thanks,
You
Sharon.
need to keep under
Sunshine.
control,
Yeah, absolutely.
though.
I'm
My
really
number one...
go
I was
ahead.
gonna say you
I
might
was just
know.
I, okay. I just want to say one thing just before you start. If anybody sees Amy in the chat, because we're going to be talking and Jeff's going to talk and I don't want to interrupt him anymore after this, could you please let Amy know that I was joking because I feel really bad. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
My number one pet peeve when you started talking about that, of course, mine are the misuse of words, not so much people misspelling, even though that really irks, and I think that I'm like the grammar police, and I have been known on Facebook and such things to sign things, thanks, grammar police. Yeah, the number one word is when I talk about mispronouncing, you know the word epitome, E-P-I-T-O-M-E?
Right.
I don't know how many people I have heard say epitome, like they phonetically spell it out. And that always irks me more than anything when somebody is acting like they know this big,
That's the epitome of
word.
ignorance.
Yes. They're acting like they sound all pretentious and smart or something by saying, oh, that's just the epitome of something. And I swear to God, I have heard this several times in my life come out of people's mouth, and I'm always like, what? Oh. Yeah. You've never heard that in real life?
Not that one, but I've heard people, and it's so funny when you hear it from people that tend to be, they say they're a wordsmith, and then they mispronounce a word that is just like, you're just sitting there going, did they really just mispronounce that word? Oh my gosh, and they're a wordsmith. And it's baffling, but yeah.
Exactly. I know what you're saying. It's normally when I was talking on Facebook or wherever that I will correct things is usually when I catch some idiot on there trying to correct somebody else, and they're like totally making mistakes themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's ironically funny, I guess, but man, I'm that guy. I am that guy that has to go. If I see a sign, which, man, I have seen way too many signs in my life that are misspelled. They put up a new furniture store instead of furniture. There was no I. And this whole thing was on like a 20-foot vinyl banner. New furniture store. Oh, I talked to them. And nobody ever cares. If I see this pizza place had one of those guys that was doing the window painting, and he totally misspelled some word, like the special. It was like A-I-L at the end or something, or I-A. It was all messed up. I'm like, ooh, where's the manager? The
Yeah, they
managers
do
never
that.
give her
Somebody
that.
did sirloin steak instead of sirloin steak.
Oh yeah, I never heard that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, they did. The special was sirloin steak. Yep.
And that is not a matter of where you're from. I hope there's not just a whole state that says sirloin.
Uh, I don't know. I know, definitely not. It's just a spelling. And then somebody also did, you know what I can't stand? When people say, I went to the library.
Oh, man, you're making things itch on my back right now that I don't even know where they're coming from. It physically irks me. That's a bad one.
The
That's a
library.
bad one. That's like the epitome of can't stand peeves for me there.
The library. I always go like that. What kind of berry? I never heard of that kind of berry. Is that like a strawberry or raspberry? The library. Are they good? Are they sweet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the library.
And you know what's so funny is if you sarcastically said that after hearing somebody, it'd go over their head.
Oh, yeah. They'd be like,
Guarantee it would.
what are you talking about? I said, I'm going to the library. What'd you hear? You know, and you're like, oh, just forget it.
Right. Yeah. And it irks me even further when people just don't want to learn to correct it. And they're a grown adult especially, and they just yeah. And something else too is people that baby talk their kids when they're like way too old for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
In fact, there's
yeah.
a lot of experts that say you should never baby talk a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because then they need to learn how people are really going to talk to them in life. You know, for the most part. I mean, is that something that irritates you too?
But
I mean,
what about
sometimes
more than that, Jeff? What about adults that do that on their own? Like you're sitting down at the table, they go, "I have to go to the potty," right? And they get up and they're like 40 years old, and they're saying that about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if it's just me reading into people. Like I can look at people and I'll like have their whole life down. I've never said a word to them, but I will like think so bad. I mean, I misjudge, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about parents that seem to be putting on some Oscar-winning Best Parent award in front of everybody at a restaurant or something, like overdoing it. Like, do you need a napkin? Would you like another bite? And all this crap. People do it to the pets at the dog park too. They're like, "Ooh, did you poopy? Let me pick that up."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, and then their dog won't be doing anything, and all of a sudden, I went to the dog park the other day. This is why this is fresh on my mind. You'll see an owner come over, and she's like, sit, and you can tell this dog probably doesn't know how to sit, but she's like trying to look like she's an expert trainer over on the agility stuff. She's like, come on, sit, now shake a paw. Oh, she's just not doing it now, because she doesn't like the sun out here today. Oh, it's like, what? Lady, your dog don't know squat.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, some of the kids are they oblivious, like in the store, like their kid is knocking down everything, and then and then she goes, "Oh, that's so good, Joshua. Are you stacking? Great, great. Go take some more stuff off this. You're stacking, honey. That's wonderful." Oh, there's Amy. There's Amy. Amy, did you get my message? I was being sarcastic. That's sarcastic me. That means I like you if I'm sarcastic with you. I loved seeing your pictures. Send more, please. I'm serious. Okay? Love you. Okay, go ahead. What's your other pet peeve, Jeff? Where'd Jeff go?
See. Oh, of course, the misuse of anyone. Oh, another pet peeve. And I don't want people to think that I'm just totally judgmental crazy, but maybe I am.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me start to preface this by telling you what happened. Back where they used to, I mean, we still have a couple of buffets, the eat-in grub bars or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're kind of like dying out now, which is probably a good thing. But there was something that was wrong or disgusting or unedible, and you don't get a server when you're in one of those. So who do you complain to, right? So, I mean, there's what I call the fork lady that comes and slaps forks down once, whatever. But something was wrong. I asked for the manager. The manager comes over. I couldn't even talk when he started talking. Hi, may I help you? His teeth were so raunchy. I mean, they had like fur and cauliflower and crap growing off of them. And that grosses me out.
Yeah.
That grosses me out. Because that's something that can be helped. If your teeth were all jagged and ragged and ratchet, that's fine. But clean them. So
Yeah, that's gross. Okay.
he comes over and proceeds to start trying to take my complaint, tell me how sorry he is. I just put my fork down while he's talking. I'm like, dude, seriously, man, I can't even eat you anymore at all. And I told him, your teeth are skank, man. I mean, that was probably rude of me, but I do have Tourette's and stuff. It just kind of pops out, sometimes. But yeah. People that don't take care of stuff, I guess you could say, especially, in food management,
Yeah.
Or you'll go, I don't know. I am stereotyping, but hey, that's me, I guess.
What did he say? Was he offended?
He really probably was, because his face was turning pretty red. But he didn't seem like totally embarrassed. He seemed like he was more mad at me. But I mean, come on, if you're going to be working in food place, and you should probably brush.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to stereotype, but I'm also talking about nurses that are like 500 plus pounds.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
They could have a gland. It could be something. Yeah, but it could be you don't know. Yeah, you got to be careful on that one. Some people can't. There's like reasons.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I have a bad thyroid and diabetes, and my weight fluctuates up and down by 30 pounds every month, probably. But yeah, people that are in professions that,
Yeah, I mean, like what's worse is people that don't wear deodorant, they can't, like, they don't smell it, but everyone else around you does. And then, there's that brief second, I think everybody has it, like, even though you're walking around in the store, wherever you are, and you don't smell it, you put your deodorant on and you're good. When you first smell that, you're like, crap. You just automatically, is that me? Well, no, okay. But then you're like, no, right? Because you're freaking, because like, why am I smelling that so strong all of a sudden, right? It can't be that, but it's that guy over there. And you're thinking like, my mother used to say this, they can't smell it. That's a bunch of doodling.
That you can't smell yourself.
Because you can. You can.
Well, when I was at the doctor's office about a month ago, wall-to-wall people, but there's a culprit somewhere, man. Somebody crapped their pants. There was no children there. There was nobody that looked like really, really old. I mean, I'm not trying to be prejudiced again about who wears diapers, but you never know.
Right.
But, yeah, and I have the weakest stomach on the planet, and I swear I can smell a reek a mile away, and it grosses me out. My kid, when he was coming up, I always told him and his friends, don't fart in the car. It makes me sick. I will puke and you will clean it up. And so, of course, they had to do it extra,
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I ralphed in my shoe, had to pull the car over, tried to get this kid to get out and walk home for grossing me out. I'm pretty bad with that. But, yeah, when somebody scat their pants right there and nobody cared to get up, I'm like, oh, man, I was overwhelmed. I get out in the hallway. I was about to hurl, man.
Well, you can't. Yeah, you wouldn't be going on any class trips or like volunteering in the third grade or anything, because there's so many random smells. Ugh. Yeah.
And that's from what your recent experience.
Yeah, deodorant was a big one. Kids that didn't. I mean, it was like, oh, that was like insane. And then Luke told me after that, the teacher made an announcement that you should be showering every day and using deodorant if you're not, because I don't even know how. It was just unbelievable.
So you think it was one of the kids?
Oh yeah, it's one of the kids. Like they don't know, or their parents don't know. Like they think like, okay, my kid's 10, he doesn't need deodorant, but they do. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never a bad idea to start them off now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, for obvious reasons.
They really do need deodorant. I mean, and it was bad at the end of that field. Like, it wasn't bad going down, but then after the kids had been running around all sweaty and stuff, you knew the ones that didn't use deodorant.
Yeah. My mind's just ticking here. This is totally not about deodorant, but something else is like at the grocery store. I don't know why, but I will not take the first item that's on the shelf in the row. I have to dig back, not because I think it might be fresher, but I don't want it to have been pawed up by a lot of people picking it up, putting it down, like that box of macaroni or something. I always dig back to find one that's fresh and clean.
Right. Baby, they could have given it to like a little kid, toddler in the cart that was gumming the whole thing around the store and then put it back on the shelf. Yeah.
So do you always dig back?
Usually, yeah, I do. Especially like if a box looks even like slightly looks like that it was, you could see like fold. Just maybe it was in the box that way. It just doesn't look great. I definitely will. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I've been yelled at by the guy working in the back of the milk before too. Because
really? For taking the milk in the back?
It's like the milk Gestapo here. If they catch you grabbing back for a newer date, man, what are you doing? Yeah, they'll yell at you. So you have to grab quick, man.
Not here. Nobody's ever yelled at me for doing that.
I wonder if there's nobody back there at the time that your arm's going through.
Oh, maybe. I just take the one. Like, I try to look for the latest date, so I'll dig through there anyway.
Well, it's a little startling the first time somebody yells at you through the back of that cold fridge. Yeah, it's a little startling, but then now I kind of have to expect it because I've been yelled at a couple times for it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
As far as
do you mind? What about the bag lickers? Don't bother you in stores that lick their fingers to open the bags?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen it?
What?
You're probably not observed. Like Jimmy would probably say, I've never seen that either, because he just doesn't look. But yeah, that's why I love the self-checkout at Walmart, because Walmart is full of bag lickers. They lick their fingers like if something sticks. You know what I mean? The plastic, a lot of the Walmart bags, they stick together.
Oh, yeah,
so they lick their fingers and they unstick your bag. And then they grab all of your things that you're buying and they put it in your bag. And I literally in my head say, why don't you lick all of my groceries? Okay, please just lick them. You might as well lick them at this time and just put them in the bag. Just lick them as you're putting them in the bag.
And then tell them you have Tourette's. Go ahead and ask next time and then tell them you have. It's like when they ask you paper or plastic, I say latex. And man, they just trip out. They're like, latex, huh? Most people are so stupid, acting, they don't even know what I'm talking about. And then I'm not one of these people that just wants to sit and talk and yak with whoever's checking me out of a place. But if I notice that they've got a chip on their shoulder to begin with and they really seem to hate me, I will. And I will just try to, shoot it with them for a minute just to see if I can get them to say anything. And then if they ignore me, I'm like, oh, it's been great talking,
Well, that was like that guy tonight at the Dollar Tree. He wasn't having. I was trying to make some conversation, and he was just, I don't know. But he was just miserable. Probably because, he was miserable. I don't know.
You made him miserable, or he was already miserable?
I think he was already miserable. He was miserable to the lady before, pretty much. He's just miserable, Some people are miserable people. I don't know. They just can't interact or just like, I don't know. There's other people. There's other people like this nurse at the hospital, this male nurse at the hospital, and he happens to be the husband of a friend of mine. But before I knew who he was just walking through that emergency room, huge smile on his face, and I said, "You are just the happiest guy I have ever seen." And he said to me, "I'm here for 12 hours. I can make it miserable, or I can make it the happiest time for me and all of these patients, and I choose to make it the happiest time." And that's the way he is. I'm telling you, he's always like that. Always.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I just thought, wow, that's great, because who wants to go to a miserable person? It's miserable with everything, right?
Right. Well, I'm sitting in my car today at the gas station, and this lady has like this SUV, and I mean, she in between where I was parked and there is a space, but man, she whipped in so tight and so fast and so close. I mean, I felt the breeze on my freaking elbow hanging out the window. She like almost took my arm off there. She just made that 90-degree angle in there, and it just popped out of my mouth. I said, "Man, you're driving the hell out of that truck today, lady." And she looks at me, she goes, "Thanks." I'm like, "What?"
Well, she thought it was a compliment. She probably thought it was a compliment.
She did.
Yeah, I know. I might think that's a compliment too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was being really sarcastic.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. That could have been taken as a...
You would have just thanked them and went on? That figures.
Maybe.
That figures.
Yeah, what are you going to say? Like, I would have just maybe looked at them like, what? But I don't like when people have to pull, like there's an empty parking lot, and did you notice like they have to pull right next to you?
Yeah.
Right next to you and so close to your car. And it's like,
right.
Why? Why are you this close to me? And yeah. And it's usually like when you want to eat something in your car, like you're going to a meeting, you have no time. And then you're like,
right by you.
You pulled away from people so you could eat in peace. And somebody comes right up on the side of you and they stay in their car.
Yeah.
They don't even get out to go into the store. They stay there. So then you've got to take your car and move now.
I honestly don't know what that is, but when I think that, that's a peeve of mine too. That I don't want people just watching me eat when I'm in the car. I don't know what is with that. Why do we care?
Because I think that they're saying to me. Here's what I think they're saying to me: like, wow, I bet she's eating that before she goes home and has dinner, or like, oh, look at her eating that. Like I just think they're judging me. Like, why is she eating? She shouldn't be eating Taco Bell right now, even if you're, like, I don't know. And I just want to eat it in peace, and I don't need somebody watching me. I don't like people to watch me. I don't.
I hear that, but turn it around. If you see somebody eating in their car, that must be what you think.
No, right? I really don't. I always wonder how they can just sit there and eat so peacefully, and they don't have to worry about anybody around them. And I've always got the people that are sitting there, like, watching me.
Will you move your car?
I do move my car if they're watching. If they're right next to me, if it feels very judgy, I move my car.
Uh-huh.
I don't like being judged. I just don't like eating. Like when you go on first dates and stuff, there's like foods you eat, foods you don't eat on first dates, and you normally eat very little on the first. Like you can't even, because you're so self-conscious of your eating that you hardly eat anything. You end up taking it all home.
I don't have that problem, but I expect a woman not to play that game and eat.
It's not a game, but it's not a game. First of all, I have this thing that when you're in love, you can't eat, can't sleep. I have that thing, okay? Because I've lost like 20 pounds when I've been in the beginning of a relationship, really, because you couldn't eat, you couldn't sleep. I'm serious. I'm one of those people. Like the walking on the clouds people. You know what I'm talking about? You never had that feeling of euphoria where you don't want to eat, you don't want to sleep? Really?
Okay, but why do you stop eating when you're not around that person that's giving you the joy?
No, I couldn't eat at all. Even when that person wasn't around, it was just this euphoric feeling. You didn't need food. You didn't need anything. I'm serious. It's just something that comes over you. You've never had that? See, people are saying, me too, Mommy. You get this euphoria and you don't need to eat. It's not that you're stopping yourself from eating. You don't even think of it. You're just like on cloud freaking 9. You've never had that, Jeff?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's also like the people you can talk all night long to, and the ones that you're like, no, you say goodbye first. No, you say goodbye. No, you say goodbye first. No, I'm just going to listen here and listen to you breathe. Okay, you sure you want to listen to me breathe all night? Yes, I do. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've had that kind of high.
Okay. Well, there's no eating. You're just like eating like the bare minimum to survive. The only reason you're eating is just, but you're not sleeping. It's just crazy. It's this crazy high. Euphoria.
And that's all you
it's
think
euphoric.
About,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
people are saying
and I think
exactly. They know what I'm talking about because I can't believe you never had that, Jeff. Really?
not totally like that, but now I'm thinking that there's a lot of people I think that might just always get in relationships because that's the feeling that they're trying
Oh,
to
I
achieve.
think there
And then,
are. I think there are. Yes, there are because see, after a while, that will wane down, and I do believe that there are people to get that high. It's like a drug. They think something's wrong with the relationship because they don't have that high anymore. Well, after a while, that high is gonna you're gonna get used to that person, especially if you get married and stuff, and that doesn't mean the person's not the right person for you. It means that your relationship's moving to another level. But then, yes,
mm-hmm,
they will think, I want that high back again. I want it back. And I do think people get
mm-hmm,
addicted to that and they don't understand. So that when they get into it again, that the whole thing happens again. Like you'll see like the midlife crisis and stuff, and then they have that whole euphoria again and they say, oh, this was it, this is it. And then after all
right.
that will die down. And if they don't understand that whole process, then yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, everybody must have that, and to a degree. And yeah, I think you're onto something. I think people do probably just want to chase that first high or whatever. When it starts wearing off, they just got to change and get somebody else because they don't realize how to move a relationship on.
It goes on to they have to know the stages. Yeah, you're going to have that totally euphoric stage, and yeah, but you can't go
Mm-hmm.
on like that because you would die. You know, not eat. I'm telling
Right.
you, I lost 20 pounds, and because then it
Wow.
happened when I was in started college too, right? So I was walking like a maniac. Plus, you know, it's like crazy. So yeah, and everybody's like, well, what's going on? Why are you losing so much weight? Because I was thin to begin with. And I was like 20 pounds underweight, and they're like, "Are you sick or something?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." But yeah, that happens. I'm telling you, it's just this feeling of euphoria, like nothing gets you mad. Like I remember once I brought a
Mm.
pizza home for the family, and they said like, "Oh, I think we need another." So I'll go right down and get another one. Like I was just in this state that you could have asked me for anything. Like, you know, I need this barbecue grill assembled right now, and I'm like, I got it.
Wow.
I'm serious. I was like
No wonder
nothing.
Jimmy snagged you.
Yeah, there was. I know, right? There was nothing that was like I couldn't do. Like I was just you could clean a house like nothing was. You could go into a hoarder's house and they could say, "I need this done by tomorrow," and you'd be like, "I got it. I got it. I'm serious.
Boom.
I'm so serious. I'm so
Is
serious."
Joanne? Do we still have Joanne on the line?
No, I don't know what happened to Joanne. Did Joanne get upset by what happened to Joanne? Who knows what happened to Joanne? And I'm really worried about Amy's Justice League because she was here. I said this big apology and I didn't see one word back from her on it. So I don't understand. I thought
were just
Amy and
teasing.
I were cool and she knew my sense of humor. And did you guys anybody explain? She hasn't. No, she was back, Bridget. She said something like, "Hey yo," and then I said it again to her, and then she said something else. I don't know what's going on. Now this poor lady's on vacation, and it's a really special vacation, and she's thinking I was like saying it's the slideshow of your neighbors that you dread or something.
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't been able to catch up on a lot of the broadcasts lately, but I did pop in Sunday this week, I believe, just for a couple minutes, and I saw you were showing a picture of somebody who had just cleaned their bathroom sink.
Oh, Joanne, but that was Joanne. But
Okay.
now I think Joanne got
Okay.
insulted about your nurse comment, I think.
Really?
She got up and walked
Well-
off after you said that.
Well, look, I was not shaming anybody, and I said 500 plus pounds, and that's like pretty dang big. Okay? So that, yeah. I can say don't take that wrong. Anybody. Yes, there's reasons. There's many health reasons. But in certain fields, I mean, it's just like, I know here, if people are smokers, cigarette smokers or vapors, they can't even work at a hospital or a doctor's office. That's an absolute fact. They have 0 smoking areas. You have to go all the way off the property, even if you're an employee, to smoke.
Yeah.
And so that's supposed to be, for health reasons or whatever. So I really don't see the difference. It's, yeah. you can just tell sometimes. It's just it was my point. Just like if you go to a hairstylist that has greasy hair or weird, something, no, whatever. You just don't expect certain people in certain jobs to have whatever. That's what I'm saying. Do you
Julie,
understand me at all?
yes, I do understand you, but I'm looking. Look at it. Julia just wrote. She said, "Mommy Ramblings blog. Gotta let it go. I have same accent as you, same sense of humor. I moved to California over 30 years ago. I made about 15 friends and now lost them all over a period of 10 years because they didn't understand your sense of humor, Julia." I've heard that. You want to hear this? My nephew married a girl from the Midwest, and my nephew is sarcastic, like you cannot believe. And I don't even know how they got married. I don't, because my sister said one of the hardest things is, and we're a bunch of jokers in our family, okay? We're all like this. This is what we are. In the Midwest, supposedly, they don't do this. And a lot of them just don't understand the sarcasm. So his wife is disappearing into tears all the time. But I'm saying,
Really?
How did they get married? I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm kind of from a family of jokers too here in the Midwest.
Because he said something like he didn't say this, but you could say something like, "I lost 10 pounds, turn around and you'll find it." But that's something like he would say, but as a joke. And, my sister said, well, she will just dissolve in tears. But no, it wasn't about that. It wasn't, that's just an example my sister used, but it wasn't that. But it's no matter what it is. And I know when her parents came up here, because they all came up, and my sister had been with them for like 3-4 days, and I guess she was like walking on eggshells, watching don't say anything sarcastic, don't say anything sarcastic, don't, just like that for 4 days. And my sister, even with some drinks in her, it's hard, right? So I came over, and she told me a little bit, but she didn't tell me, and I'm who I am. And I said a couple of things, and my son was there with his girlfriend and my daughter, and they were cracking up, right? And I see her parents walk off in the house. And my sister gets up and she goes, "Oh, don't you feel bad? I've had about enough." That's what my sister said. She goes, "I can only take so much. You can't joke. You can't tell a joke." That's what she said. My sister was pissed. Okay?
I think it is people that don't share that sense of humor. A lot of times they don't get it, and they don't know that we do just joke if we like somebody or just bantering around. They don't, because they either don't have the comebacks or see no reason for it, or just totally have a different sense of humor.
Yeah, I don't get it. See, but I don't know. I've grown up that my whole life everybody was like that. And I don't understand it, and maybe I don't. But yeah, if I don't like you, I won't joke with you. So exactly. Like I won't even go into that with you. That's
I joke with people too originally. At first, if I'm liking them or whatever, because it more than breaks the ice. I mean, to me, it shows confidence. And it's just a natural reaction for me anyway, to want to joke around.
Right. How could you be serious all the time?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, but granted, there are people that just don't get it.
My sister was at the end of her rope. My sister was, my sister can have she was at the end of her rope. She goes like this. She goes, "I'm sorry. They are nice people, but this has been a living hell, okay? Because you've got to watch everything you say. And then you say anything fun, and you got to go, oh my gosh, did they understand that? Did they think this? Did they that?" And it was ridiculous. And they were school teachers, okay? And, and then she was like really acting like a biatch to me the rest of the time. And here she is staying in my house, okay? Because, my sister and I own that. And I'm just like, and she's treating me like I'm the guest there. And I'm thinking, who the hell are you? I took offense to it because I didn't say anything wrong. It was a joke. And they get up and they walk inside. I didn't take well to it.
I'm surprised too. And this was after they were married.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she
And
should
I don't
be
understand how
definitely
my
used
nephew
to
is
it.
so much worse than me. My nephew is 10 zillion times more sarcastic than
Hmm.
me. Okay?
Hmm.
So I can't even imagine how because he's not able to I don't even know what's going on there. I don't.
Well, there's probably different degrees of sarcasm too. My son, for one, he's not a big talker, and he
Mhm.
is very sarcastic, but he's like deadpan with all of it. And sometimes it takes you a minute. You're like, what? Oh, yeah, yeah, that's fine. But he never like just rips out, laughing with it like I do. But yeah,
Yeah, like we've always do that. It's fun. Like I'll still remember in high school, this friend David, because I said something like, "Wow," we had our lockers right next to each other. I said, "Wow, I almost missed the bus today." I said, "I was searching for something to match these pants," and I'll never forget. He goes like this, "Oh gosh, and you never found it?" But I laughed. I laughed like crazy. Okay, I laughed like crazy because
right.
that's the way we were. So, but everybody was like that.
Well, I tell you what, this isn't sarcasm, but my mom, before she had dementia,
Mm-hmm.
she was she was an admitted airhead, and it was so funny. I mean, she was crazy with stuff. One thing that comes to mind is we were in the grocery store, just her and I, one time, and I was grown, and we were pushing the cart or buggy if you're in Alabama. We're pushing the cart around the store, and all of a sudden it just stops. The wheel stops moving. Like, and she, like I think I might have told you before, my mother would not say shit if she had a mouthful of it. She is a
Mm-hmm.
goody two shoes. Definitely not me. Okay. And so we look down, and she's like, something snagged on the back wheel of this cart. I'm like, what is it? She's like, I don't know. What in the world? Golly gee whiz and all this. And I'm like, what? And she goes, oh, fiddlesticks. It's a piece of somebody's underpants. It's like, what? Stuck in the cart. It was a pair of women's underwear. What they were doing out in the middle of the store to roll over, I don't know. But my mom totally is an airhead. And so she starts yelling out and stopping people. Hey,
Whose
did
are
you miss
these?
your underpants? What? Yeah. And she's like, holding the bandit. And she had almost everybody in the store showing the bandit their underwear. See, it's not mine. Most people were also thinking it was funny. There were a few snots that were like, oh, this lady's crazy. But yeah, it was a good time. But believe it or not, I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she could actually
your mom,
embarrass me.
your parents always are going to embarrass you like at that age, right? And anyway, oh, I can't
Yeah,
believe you did that, mom. Oh, yeah. Um, that happens. But no, I mean,
but
I couldn't be with. I have to have a sense of. You have to have a sense of humor. To be. I don't know.
right. And I think you've talked about this as being a pet peeve of yours before too. When you're trying to like side eye somebody, like, hey, shh, or follow my lead, for any situation. And then I think you told the story how Jimmy just like blurted, "Oh yeah, we saw that." They were
Yeah.
with another couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I hate that too. I hate when I have somebody that can't like roll with it. You're like, God, I was like totally giving you the eye. Don't you know what the eye is or the
Right.
O?
Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? What? Yeah. Because it's called social cues, and some people don't pick up on it, and they just
Yeah.
they don't get the social cues. But you know what? Yeah, here's a perfect example. Okay, here's a perfect example of my sense of humor, and when it comes in at the most, probably when people could cry or laugh, um, we choose to laugh. Okay,
Hmm.
and with my son, we got a call that he had a gland, something, a nodule removed, okay? The surgeon told me It wasn't anything. We had been through months of stuff. We get a call. Actually, Jimmy got the call. It was Hodgkin's lymphoma. Okay. When they gave me I said, I couldn't believe it was Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I told my son, who is he is a senior in high school at the time, and I said, we've got to go in today to the oncologist right away. And on the way down, we were talking about it, and Curb Your Enthusiasm, I don't know if you've ever watched that. One guy dies, and he says, so how did he die? He had the good Hodgkin's. Okay? So on the way down, my son and I were joking about the good Hodgkin's, because that's how we do things. Okay? And my son joked through that whole thing. Like, he got a very good prognosis and everything. He had prophylactic 17 days of radiation because he had already had the surgery, but he had to go through the PET scans and things like that at first. So, and, when we brought him for radiation, the ladies there, they said, oh, our hearts go like down when we see that, because we have kids that same age, and, he's such a great guy. They would ask me, like, he's going to be all right? Yeah. But he would jump over the, the railing to get into the radiation place. And he never even told me, like, anything that he felt weird at the time. But the whole time, like, we had the best oncologist, and he'd said after a while that this kind of cancer, they said not even to call it cancer, they said to call it Hodgkin's disease. But of all the the types of Hodgkin's, he had the best one, plus he had a 0. That's, like a stage. It wasn't even a stage. It wasn't even detectable when they had it. That's why they didn't even know what it was. So when they sent it out to pathology, it was at that stage. So he said he didn't even need radiation. But I said to him, what would you do if you were a son? He said, I would do 17 days of radiation. And he said he probably will never, ever, ever have this. It wouldn't make him sterile, because that's what he was worried about, right? Or anything like that. So, where was I going with this? Because we joked. So when he said he doesn't need to keep having PET scans because there can be false positives, and he doesn't need, to be exposed to any more radiation. So I would cool the PET scans now. So I said to my son, well, what do you want to do? He goes, I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to roll the dice. But see, that's how we are. We laugh with that stuff. Yeah, sure, there's times I was upset, but we, laugh at this, at like wakes and stuff like that, It's like, if it's not, but if it's an older person that's lived, like my uncle, we tell the funny stories of their lives. Okay? So my uncle was 92. Right. My uncle didn't want us crying there. He used to always say, he was a joker, my uncle. He said he wanted, his coffin to do it, that it came up and he had a drink in his hand, and he said, well, had this stuff. So that's what my uncle was. And we had this crazy thing where my sister and I ended up at the wrong funeral. Okay, so we said that was the last trick he played on us, because it was a crazy thing. But yeah, I mean, you can cry and you can laugh, and a lot of times you gotta laugh.
It feels good when you need to, also. In those situations, like with your son and stuff. And I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that, nothing strange about that. I mean, it helps you get through it, a bad situation.
Yeah.
It's like I have this thing called benign essential tremors.
Uh-huh.
And I'm always asking the doctor, why are they essential? That means kind of necessary.
Right.
I mean, it is just an annoying thing to have, but yeah, it's totally different than Parkinson's. Parkinson's, when people lay their hands on their leg or at rest, then that's when their tremors will normally start. This one that I have is neurological, but it's when my hands are in use, like picking up a glass or something, I might it might end up across the room if I throw it, if they kick me in. It could affect my voice and even make me stutter sometimes. Right. Yeah, it's just an annoying thing, but luckily it's nothing like Parkinson's. But yeah, the name of it is just stupid. Yeah. Benign essential. What?
Are they
Who names these things? I mean, why didn't they just name it after the guy that discovered it, like they do Hashimoto's disease and stuff like that, or Hodgkin's lymphoma? Yeah, Lou Gehrig disease. That's named after somebody.
Yeah. ALS now, yeah. But yeah, that's it was good 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, somebody was pushing a cart.
Yeah, I can't see the chat at all.
Oh, you can't see it either?
No. I dialed the number this time because I wasn't sure how to. I mean, I have the Zoom app.
Oh.
But the way, I don't know. It didn't dial through the Zoom app when I pushed the numbers right into my phone, so I don't know. I had talked to Casbot a little bit. I asked her about the international calling on Zoom. I just want to make sure that I have this right. That if you're trying to hook up a call, like the people, from UK or whatever that call in, when they register for Zoom, do they have to do anything? Is there an international number? Because I noticed when you send me the number, it says, in New York, call this number. All of the United States, call this number.
I think they go in through the app. UK people, you use the app, the website. I think they just go on the website and they put in the meeting number, right? Let me see if I'm right.
But there has to be, isn't there a note? Oh, you're right. When you use the Zoom app, I don't think you actually dial a number. You
no, you go. I think
you're
right.
Put the number.
Let me see.
Okay, all right. We've come a long way from like 10 cents a minute, long distance.
We've come a long way, baby. That was Virginia. Was it not Virginia Slims?
Oh yeah, it was.
We've come a long way, baby.
There were cigarettes.
Jay Bells. I know Jay Bells would know that. She's a Zoom expert. Anna dialed the number? You dialed the number from Sweden? Really?
In the Zoom app, you have to. Because all it tells me is, do I want to join or start a meeting? And if I go through that, then I just say join meeting, and then it'll say meeting ID number, and I put it in.
Well, I don't know. Jay Bells, what? Wait, no, what? Oh, Jay Bells, if you call into Zoom, do you use an app? Because he's wondering about international calling, like from the UK. You use the app and put in the meeting number, or do you call a number? And you know what, Jay Bells? I've been meaning to tell you. Remember when you thought I was going to get really big phone bills when you were calling me from the UK? It didn't even show up on my phone bill.
No, I think that might be because of your provider. I know some carriers.
No, I mean, I didn't get charged. She thought I was going to get this huge phone bill.
Oh.
Use the app and put the meeting number.
Goes to other countries. He puts something on his phone and it's really expensive, like eats it alive if he has to use it. So he's always like, I'll text you, just don't call, for the most part.
Oh, yeah, but I've been meaning to tell her in that. Huh? Mine? Really? I didn't get anything. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada.
Who was initiating the calls when she was over there, or you?
She was. But she told me that I was, but she said I was still going to be, she thought I was going to be, that I was going to be charged.
Did she end up getting charged?
Because sometimes, Jessica, on cell phones, you've never seen, like, I think that used to be like that where the other person would get charged.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There was some time that they did. No. We're not talking about Zoom, M. Hank. She called me on this cell phone. Once you had a friend that received her bill months later, she thought her phone calls to me were free, but then she got a huge bill. Yeah, no, this is Verizon Wireless, and
Okay.
Oh,
It could be that maybe J-Bell's had the same carrier, Verizon over
oh,
there,
you were
and that's
worried about
why.
the international text? Is that what it was? But there was nothing with the international text either. No, I wasn't. Is that because I have an unlimited plan or something? I wasn't charged extra, Jessica.
You must have unlimited
You
international
think I have
calling.
unlimited international?
Basically, if only one of you had that, then I don't think either one of you would be charged.
I thought you would be charged, and you have a great plan. Then you clearly don't. Yeah, there was no. My bill was the same as it normally would be, and I know I have unlimited texting, and you have bootleg service, Delia. Okay. And I'm still worried
like
about
that.
Amy. I'm going to go to bed like really
Amy.
upset about Amy that she didn't know that I was joking. I'm especially
Is there
worried
anybody
because,
that was able to tell her?
no, but she was right here and I apologized again and then she wrote something in, but she didn't say anything about it. And I'm really
Well,
worried
I'm
about
worried
it.
about Joanne now.
And I'm worried about Joanne.
Joanne.
Yes, I'm very worried about Joanne because she got up. She said like something, excuse me, I got up and then she left.
She just has to understand me. I mean, that's one of those things that I honestly didn't mean any offense to. I'm just talking about people that are just in. It's just like when people are in jobs that are, their last name, like there's a dentist around here called Dr. Boring. That Boring, that can mean boring a tooth or just boring to be around. It's just funny.
Oh, they said that
Strange.
Joanne came back. But how come she didn't say goodbye to us? She has an MRI in the morning.
Oh. I didn't mean to cut her off either.
You sure she wasn't mad? Because she just got up and left. Oh, you think so, Bridget?
Bridget thinks what?
That she didn't want to interrupt.
No, I was going to talk to her too. I was looking forward to it.
And yeah, I don't know what happened. Amy's Justice League, she's on vacation and now she's all upset. You were reading.
Well, I'm with you
Joanne's
on that.
social-
I'm with you on that, Carolyn, because I get the same way. If I think somebody's mad, I can't handle it, man. I want to clear it up as soon as possible.
Right, especially if I, like, there's nothing to be, like, I was like, oh my gosh, did they think, like, I get, yeah.
Mhm.
I
And
don't know,
there
I get,
can
like,
be misunderstandings. I mean, I've seen them happen on your broadcasts all the time,
She said she had to pick up, oh, she had to make a quick trip to the commode. Oh, maybe she did. I don't know. Well,
Some
hopefully,
people do that.
I don't know. Hopefully, I'll write another email to Amy so she'll get that. Joanne
Can you
Dallas
write
is
one to
fine. Oh,
Joanne?
Joanne Dallas is there, and she's saying Joanne Dallas is fine. You're not
Joanne
upset,
Dallas,
Joanne?
Are you
'Cause
fine? You want to call back in?
Jeff wanted to talk to you. Now he feels terrible. And now we just had to find Amy. Amy's Justice League. I really thought Amy had been here enough that she knew my sense of humor.
Had you said that tonight? Because I wasn't in at the beginning about
What?
the pictures.
No, I just said, yeah, no, I said it tonight. She sent me in vacation pictures. So I said, oh, look at this. Amy sent us vacation pictures. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be like when you go to your neighbors and they show the slideshow of their vacation. That's what I said.
Right.
But somebody could have thought, like, they always make jokes, like, oh, our neighbors are going to show the slideshow. But I was joking, like, it's funny to me.
Right. I see nothing wrong with that. I hope she didn't misunderstand too.
But no, then she sent me an email and said, oh, Carolyn, is it okay? Was it okay if I sent my vacation pictures? I haven't been on vacation like in I don't know how many years. And I thought so she took it the wrong way. So I know she took it the wrong way. And then I couldn't write the email back because I was on live and I thought she was here. So I said it like 6 times. Oh, Julia is saying she apologizes so much for herself when she moved to California. I guess they don't get her sarcasm either.
Well, you guys, me and Carolyn are getting eaten alive up here with our own thoughts of what's going on. So, if you could, please, Joanne for me and Amy for Carolyn, please give us a quick shout out that we're cool.
They're calling her. Amy, please tell her you're okay.
Am I in the clear? Did Joanne just say I'm in the clear?
Joanne said you're good. Joanne said she's not offended. So you're lucky. You can go to bed with a clear head tonight. I'm going to be going to bed that I'm not going to sleep tonight because I'm thinking that Amy is upset.
Let's get you in the clear before this is over.
I know. She's on vacation. I mean, I feel so bad. Like, is she in the hotel room going, I thought she said I could send vacation pictures. Why?
Okay, did you send her an email back? Even
No,
if she's
because
off, she will probably get it.
No, because I wasn't gonna. I was gonna come in here. I was sure she was in here. I'm gonna send her one back, but I was sure she was here.
She might be in her hotel room crying.
I know.
You need to send her. You need to send her an email so that when she gets to it, boom, it'll be there for her, and she'll be like, "Whoa."
All right, I'm going to send a quick "I'm sorry" on the email. And did you get my apology in the chat thing?
There you go.
Okay.
Then at least for tonight, you'll know that you've done what you can do.
Oh, you know what? It's not really as bad as it seems. It might not even be in relation to my comment. Now that sometimes I read things fast. You ever do that, Jeff? You read something fast and you think you know what it said.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm reading it again, I don't even think she was upset by what I said. I think she was just worried that she didn't want to be boastful.
Don't you always feel good, though, when you find out? And they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. We were cool. And you're like, woo, I stressed all night over that.
Yeah, I've had that, right?
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's nothing.
Oh, Carolyn, I knew you were joking. Yeah, they like that. Right. Yeah, what are you talking, losing sleep about that? Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm the exact same way.
I'm gonna tell her anyway. I'm gonna tell her I'm sorry anyway. I'm gonna over apologize to her.
Right. Please come back. We're worried sick.
I'm gonna say I hope my sarcasm did not offend you.
That sounds great.
And I only joke with people I like.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Because that's true. I won't even waste my sarcasm if, I don't like you.
That's right. That would be a waste. But when it gets wasted, it goes over somebody's head. I kind of enjoy that, too. You do it. Have you ever done it and then just said something else again, too, because you know that
they didn't get it? Yeah, it's hard when they don't get the joke. Like I once had a friend, she had never seen Seinfeld. I thought to myself, how could anyone have never seen Seinfeld? But she never did, so she didn't get any of the Seinfeld references. So that was hard. That was a hard thing to work around. You had to find a workaround, just because almost everybody that I've ever known has seen Seinfeld. She literally had not seen one episode of Seinfeld ever. I
was not a diehard fan, but I have seen.
Jimmy wasn't either. So it's it's a little hard, but he has seen. It wasn't. Jimmy has a different sense of humor than me, but not totally. He does a sarcasm too, but he's got I don't want to call him immature sense of humor, but yeah, still like a little boy sense sometimes, where I'm more, I don't know, sometimes it can go over someone's head that's not really picking it up.
Yeah, and like if you tell a joke or say something funny and people don't get it and they start inquiring, what, huh? It's just like, just forget it. Just, no, move on. Yeah. That show, the Big Bang Theory, that Sheldon character in there, he doesn't understand sarcasm. And so they're always trying to explain it to him, and he's just like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Jessica said, would she live under a rock? I think so. Yeah.
People call me Sheldon sometimes when it comes to restaurants because wherever they want to seat you, I just don't. I always ask for a different table than what they want to put me on. I don't know, because I want a specific view inside. I don't like a lot of people to my back. I'd rather have a wall to my. I don't know what it is. And I guess the Sheldon Cooper was the same way. I'm the same way in a movie theater. I'll sit down if I don't have, prepaid seats and you can sit anywhere. And then I'll be like, no, this isn't doing it for me. I'm moving. I just,
We do that in the auditorium at school. Like when you don't know where your kid is going to play in the band concert, it's terrible. So you're like, I think he's going to be over here. And then they come in, oh no, he's over on that side. So then you got to get up. Excuse me. All right, got to get to the other side. Yeah. Yeah, I usually do like
go
3.
up to like another set of parents and be like, hey, I need the flute section. Do you mind trading a sax seat for that? Yeah.
Murphy's Law is you're always going to sit, like no matter what you do when you go and you try to guess where they're sitting, or even if you know from the last time, they're not sitting in the same place. So you try to get in or you try to figure out, if I sit it here in the center, I'm going to get it by any angle. But then you don't, or somebody really with a big head sits right down in front of you.
But with bands and orchestras, you can kind of pre-predict because they will pretty much be in the same arrangement every time up there on the stage.
Yeah, but it's hard when they're starting because she moves them around. Like when they're beginner band, not like they're not in like in the jazz band yet or anything like that. It moves around.
What do they play?
Yeah.
What do your boys play?
Oh, what do my boys play? Ethan played the trombone, and Luke plays he started on the clarinet, but he's going to the sax now. And he plays the guitar.
The sax.
They both play guitar.
Is easier. The saxophone and the flute actually have the exact same fingering. They're both woodwinds, except for it's...
You mean the clarinet.
The thing is... What now?
You mean the clarinet and the sax.
No, the flute and the saxophone have the exact same fingering for their notes.
Really? Because my daughter played the flute and my other son played the saxophone.
Yep, they have the exact same fingering combinations.
Oh, okay.
Sure do.
Interesting.
But you said he's switching from the clarinet to the sax. Okay, well that's a neat instrument. But the thing is I know they're probably just doing it for fun. But if any one of them decides to become serious about band and like plan on going through college or something, then they need to start on an instrument that is not as common as those, because they're going to have like a billion saxophones, like alto saxophones.
Well, they play drums and guitar too, but they're not looking, for like a scholarship or anything in band. But yeah, I mean, they just, they play in the band, but they're really.
I was a total band geek.
Were you? What'd you play? French horn?
No, I started at, my mom was a piano major, so I learned piano when I was about 3. And then I did the saxophone, and then I switched to the bassoon for the very reason that I told you. Because when I was probably a junior in high school playing the saxophone, I mean, I was in the all-state band and all that, but I was looking for college scholarships. I ended up going to, it's called the Boston School of Music, and I got an audition up there and with the bassoon. And so the bassoon in turn has the hardest fingering method that there is on any instrument, next to the bagpipe, which kind of, I used to argue with my bagpiping buddy that it's a musical instrument. It's not. A bagpipe is actually considered a weapon of war. And they would get totally offended if you tell a bagpipe player that's a musical instrument. Go figure. But yeah, the bassoon was so rare, it's not anymore. I guess it's in a lot of school bands now. But around here, there were about 12 people in the entire state that played the darn thing. And you couldn't even get one. We literally, the music teacher set us up. My parents ordered it from Germany to come over to me. And I didn't even know how to put it together. Nobody did. It's like in 5 parts, and it looks like a big bazooka. Like, what? I have no idea how to play this thing. Yeah, so I ended up getting lessons from the guy that played with the symphony at the Music Arts Institute. And I took it pretty dang seriously. But then life happened, you know. The bassoon ended up in the pawn shop and all that good stuff when you're young.
Oh, really? Yeah. You know,
I could have killed.
I have to just show something here. Let's see. Anna from Sweden, she said this is a picture of her homemade cinnamon buns. She makes a lot of these and she freezes them. They're very good to have in case someone comes over for a visit. Around Christmas, I give bags full to the homeless. People, of course, the homeless people, of course, not frozen. Have a wonderful day. Oh, that's very nice, Anna. Look, let's see. Can you see them? You can't see it, Random? Guy Jeff?
No, I don't have any screen on. I'm on my phone. No.
Very nice. And
my
is that
tablet in.
sugar on the top of them, Anna? That's not salt, right? Is that I've never seen sugar like that. That's interesting. Very nice. Wow. It's pretty
Powdered or confectioners?
No, they're like
What is
little
it?
they almost like little salt nuggets, but I know it's not salt. But
That's
yeah.
really cool that she does that for the homeless people, especially.
Cool. Yeah, it's sugar, Anna. So that's what kind of sugar is that? It's like sugar pellets. It almost looks like. Thanks, Grace.
You know, they had this thing. It's Kansas City Heroes. It was they used to set up like a picnic, potluck for a bunch of homeless people in a park. And they would advertise it somehow. They would have people standing for 2 blocks in line that were hungry, ready to eat. And they had been doing this, and they kept calling it at different parks, you know, every Tuesday, I believe it was. This ended up making national news. I don't know if you heard about it, but they were doing that one time, and all of a sudden they got raided at a homeless picnic by the health department and the police.
Really?
And they literally, everybody put your plate in this trash can right now. And there were parents and stuff crying, saying, my kid wants to eat. Why are you taking his food? Seriously. Yeah, like I said, it made national news. It was so disgusting. And they're like, well, you don't have a permit to serve food, and we don't know the temperatures of this food and all this stuff. And they're like, hey, what's the difference if you have a graduation party or a family reunion at the park and everybody takes food? What is the difference? These are just friends getting together having food. But yeah, it was like I said, potluck stuff, you know, was coming from all over the place. And what's ironic is I had been out there to that particular park like the week before. It was in the dead of winter, and I helped pass out like gloves and stuff from the trailer donations. They even were giving people either like a small one-man tent or a comforter that was like from Bass Pro Shops. I mean, they had all kinds of places that were donating for these people. It was awesome. And they totally told them, nope, you can't. And then to top it all off, 2 of the volunteers ended up getting their cars ticketed for where they parked, to be by the park to be able to help people.
Crazy. And what state?
Missouri.
Missouri. It was in your state.
Missouri.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
how many years ago did you say?
It was this past winter.
Oh.
Several months ago. Yeah.
Wow. I'm trying to keep up with 2 different things here, so sometimes some things slip me, like the year. So you have to forgive me.
I could send you the link if you can't find it, but yeah, it would be Kansas City Heroes was the name of the group that was feeding them. Kansas City Heroes homeless. Probably if you put that in, it's going to come up that the police and the health department got them. They actually cited them.
And
and
did they
literally
make it?
threw the
Did they
food away.
make it up? Usually, when something like that goes national, and then somebody comes along, sometimes it's a celebrity, sometimes it's a found, and they do something to make up for that. Did anybody make up for that?
No,
No.
they were still at. No, I was in contact with a couple of the ladies, and they were still not knowing where they could go, what park they could go to without having a permit to feed homeless people. That's the last I knew of it. I know they still have an operating Facebook group page, but they don't offer the meals anymore because they can't. The city won't let them.
I'm listening to you, but I just saw a comment that Anna left, and Anna said it's called granulated sugar, mommy. Our granulated
Oh, wow.
sugar, Anna, is so tiny. It's not like that's like a sugar nugget. I would say that was a sugar nugget. I'm just going to call it sugar nuggets.
Unless maybe they put it in, if you put it in a thing and just like roasted the sugar real quick, wouldn't it come into clumps like that?
I don't know. I mean, it looked like raw sugar, someone said. But it was like little
cane
tiny little
sugar.
nuggets. It was almost like rabbit pellets, but like a quarter of the size of a rabbit pellet.
Have you ever had guinea pigs?
Oh no. You mean eat them?
No.
Oh, no, because
As
it's a real
pet-
thing. My
as
daughter goes
pet.
to Ecuador and they eat them there.
I know. I've seen that on Bizarre Foods.
Yeah, yeah. Have I ever had them as a pet? No, but my friends
Yeah.
have.
Well, it's kind of gross because they have such a short digestive tract.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the pellets in there,
Yeah.
their food looks just like their poop. And they actually have to recycle it twice. So after they poop, you have to leave it. That's why you don't want to clean their cage like every day.
They eat it again?
Because they have to. Because the first round just makes the shape, I guess. The second round is when they get their nutrients out of it, and then they poop it out finally and leave that one alone.
Pearl sugar. Okay. I never knew that. Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Did any of you know
I'm
that
sure-
about guinea pig? Let me ask here. Anybody know that about guinea pigs, that they have to eat their waste and eat again?
Yep, the first round. I know somebody's going to have to confirm it.
Let me see. Anybody know that about guinea pigs? Who's had a guinea pig? Anna's saying yes, but I don't know if she's talking about sugar or guinea pigs.
We're just talking about pellets in general, people.
Just if you're
pellets.
talking about guinea pig, just put GP so that we know you're talking about guinea pigs.
And
No, because otherwise I don't know.
sugar.
They could just be saying they could be doing something in the chat. They could be behind. Yeah,
Right.
rabbits. I never heard that. I've had rabbits. I've never heard that they ate their stuff. Never.
Somebody said the rabbits do it too?
Yeah, I've never heard that. I've had a lot of rabbits.
I didn't know that either.
You've
But
had
the-
loads over the
yeah.
years? Yeah, guinea pigs, okay. Yeah, guinea pigs. I never knew that. Puke, yuck, makes me sick. One day I babysat my friend's guinea pig and he died from the
Oh, man.
shock of leaving her. Ah. In Australia, it is called coffee sugar. We also have castor sugar. I have castor sugar. You use those in those shortbread, which we could do on the bake-off, those shortbread cookie, chocolate chip cookies, but nobody is signing up to be on the bake-off, so it's not looking good. Your little terrier loved rabbit poo. Something
Rabbit
about
poo and sugar pellets. Come on now.
you've got a reborn doll, Jeanette? Is that what's going on with the reborn dolls there? Someone says, Paula K, reborn dolls. Yeah, I show you.
Those things are so artistic, man.
There's an artist. Her name is I don't even remember what her name is, but her dolls are like $8,000 to $14,000.
I've seen the zombie ones and the vampire ones too. They have a twist on them now. But did you ever see that show? What is it called? My Strange Addiction.
Oh yes, yes.
Where
Yes.
the lady married the Berlin Wall and the Eiffel Tower.
I haven't seen that one.
Have you?
I haven't seen
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
I've seen one that I think that was she ate laundry soap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one of them ate deodorant.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But that's almost like a deficiency because it's called pica or
Yep.
pica, whatever it is
Pica.
when you want to
Pica.
eat soap or mud or stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pica. Yeah, they need to get tested though, because that can't be good. The detergent would have to be stripping their gut lining out eventually. And a lot of these people that consume stuff and be on that show, they'll go to the doctor and they'll say, "Hey, I strongly advise you not to do this," and they just can't stop. They got to go back to eating.
Wow. But you
But
think
the
they
one
can
that,
find out
that
why? You know?
somebody else, they had this woman on there, and she bought and married an old carnival ride, and it wasn't even operating anymore. It was literally just in a junk pile, and she had it moved to her yard, and she goes out there and just sits on it and reads on it every day and strokes it, and yeah, there's
What?
something wrong.
Really? That's
with that.
whacked. I have to go this way. That's really whacked.
Yeah, it's running on Hulu now.
Is it? Because I have Hulu.
Yeah.
You know, but I really want
Yeah.
to watch that. I'm gonna have to watch that Gone Girl. I can't believe I've not seen the right movie, and all this time I'm thinking, why do they think it's Gone? Because I'm thinking of Gone Baby Gone, and everybody's like, oh, that's just like Gone Girl. I'm like, no, it's not. That was a bit. I had the wrong movie the whole time. Gone Girl. Why would
That's
they?
on now.
No, but it's like it's a running theme in true crime. You hear so many people mentioning Gone Girl. Oh, that's like Gone Girl, and now they have this Doulos thing, and they're mentioning Gone Girl, and so I've got to see it because that's like homework and stuff.
Oh wow. Well, the reason why I was asking about that Zoom app earlier is because that woman that I've only talked to her so far on Facebook. She's in Canada, and so she's, we're not sure if our phones will handle it. And I said, hey, what about getting the Zoom app?
Wait, whoa, ho, bring it back. You've got a new woman now?
No. This is a woman, I said. Just a woman that I've been talking to. I believe I mentioned it once before in the chat. She's the one that thinks that she is the reincarnation of Ted Bundy.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I know.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I
I
thought
know-
this was another one that you were going to marry after 2
No.
weeks or something. Okay.
No. But, Joe, this is a trip. I'm going to have to show you. She puts these side-by-side pictures of herself, even, as she's growing up, and she finds a picture of Ted Bundy, and she puts their faces together like half and half, and she looks like you. I'm not going to lie. She does look like, and the reach her up yet. I mean, I'll even look for some obscure things like about Bundy's daughter, Rose, that was supposedly conceived in the prison with his wife at the time. Either a guard wasn't looking when that happened, or he managed to pass the sperm to her. They're not sure how Rose got conceived, because he was definitely incarcerated when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, and then Bundy, it's kind of well known that, he didn't know who his father was, or his father might have been his grandpa. I mean, there's all kinds of speculation on that. He could have been a product of incest, could have been part of what messed him up. But she knows all of it. I mean, she can, if nothing else, the girl is definitely obsessed with the case and has studied it her short life. Because I have not tripped her up once.
Okay, but there's no
And that-
romantic involvement, right?
No.
Okay.
Plus, I told you she's 23 years old. No
All right, well,
romantic
Jeff, it's
involvement.
not the first time that you might have made a bad decision.
No, I'm not looking for the girl that looks like Ted Bundy either. No.
You weren't looking for the
no.
Hooters girl either, but she said she found you. Okay, I'm just trying to not make you have another problem.
Thank you. Thanks for having my back, but I think I'm good on this one.
Because there's a couple people in the chat that are a little worried too. They're saying, Jeff, no, Jeff.
Jeff likes true crime so much. A woman that thinks she's Ted Bundy, man, that might go off. No, don't even.
No, yeah, yeah. You don't want, because
No,
Ted Bundy
I'm
is
not
not somebody
into
that you
true
want
crime.
reincarnated and to be married to somebody like that.
No.
No,
But
not
I
even
do
dating
find-
anybody like that thinks they're the reincarnation of Ted Bundy. Yeah.
I do find it fascinating. Do you
From a
understand what I'm
distance.
saying?
From
So
a
basically, I
distance.
told her
From a distant
I would
place.
like to ask her questions and kind of interview her as if she was Ted. And so that's kind of where I've been leading with this. I'm not sure if she's going to have a heck of a story to tell. It might turn into like a book. I'm not sure.
All
But
right, just don't have her come to your house with a trailer hitched to her car.
no, 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 no.
That's
I
not.
said
That's not.
I'm
That
not
might not
that into
even
true
end as
crime.
well as the last time. Might end worse.
I know you're not supposed to mention other channels, but may I say something that is extremely funny that you might have missed on a channel from one of our members?
Oh, sure.
Leaping Lizard.
Mhm.
She is so funny. About a week or so ago, I don't know if it was just in chat or she's talking about she had a dream about Stephanie Lazarus.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know
Yep.
and in the chat, she mentioned that she had dreamed that she had shoelaces where the aglets had little pictures of Stephanie Lazarus on them.
Yeah.
And so I start talking that I would love to have a pair of Eileen Warnos.
Would you really?
My shoe.
You really
would? No. She just inspired me. I love her videos. She's so funny.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
you some free advertisement, Leaping.
Did she make a video on that with the shoelaces?
Yeah, it's when she's telling about her dream. And I believe she even has a picture that she photoshopped to show you what they would look like with Stephanie Lazarus's head on all of the aglets in her shoe. You have to watch it. Everybody has to see it.
Oh my gosh, Leaping Lizard. Oh wow. She is funny. She's usually here too.
Yeah. Yeah, she usually is.
Yeah. And of all nights for her not to be here. Wow. But anyway,
well,
it is late, and I'm going to do some things and then hit the hay. Proverbial hay. Because it's the epitome. I've never heard that. I've never heard anybody say that, and now I'm going to hear that word like that all the time.
I hope you do. I hope it disturbs you.
I've never heard anyone say epitome. Okay, but
yeah, if I've heard it twice in my life and been peeved, I know. And like I said, that was the first one on my list when I told you I was calling. That one, ooh, I just hear it in my head now. No, I can't with it.
No, Jeff doesn't have a channel. You don't have a channel. Do you have a channel, Jeff? No, right?
It doesn't have any content.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what she's asked. She asked if you have a channel that she can go and watch stuff. You want to go watch stuff, Michelle, on his channel?
Who's asking?
Michelle.
Oh.
That didn't sound good. Oh.
Well, I did send you another email too, so if you, not to be read out, but you know.
No, I know. I saw. I'm gonna take care. Okay. So Michelle, what is his channel called? It's just Random Guy Jeff.
You can click on my name.
Yeah, click on his name.
Oh, but I'm not down there. I'm not down there in chat.
Oh,
so
you're
I'm
not?
sure it'll be there.
Well, you got to write hi or something.
I can't right now.
Oh, he can't right now, Michelle. He can't be bothered right now.
I just have a paragraph up there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I have 6 or 8 subscribers. I'm like, what? There's no content here. And so I'm over.
They do that though. They do that. They do that. It's really weird. Some people have they don't have it. It's just a profile, but yeah, they'll have a few subscribers. So it's just, I think, people that just want to, I don't know, maybe they put up a playlist or some things they like. I don't know.
Well, there was a video that popped up on YouTube, and I think I've told you before. Sometimes I just leave my thing on autoplay and just listen to whatever comes on that they suggest. Well, this was about Jada Pinkett Smith, who I know who she is, but I'm not up on her career or anything. And it came up from a news site. Hey, here's her speech at some awards that she gave a while back. And so I just strolled in there, and I'm like, oh, said something a little bit snarky and moved along. I am still 2 weeks later getting all these notifications. Go back over here. So this one woman starts getting on me. You don't know her. Don't you ever say anything bad. Like, they know these people, and they're just, I said, fine. If Jenna Pinkett Smith comes on this thing, I'm owning it. I'm good. I don't care. Well, what if she see this? What if she see? I'm like, I don't care. So she ended up scoping out my quote-unquote channel, I guess, by following my profile over.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes over with this comment, and she's like, enjoy your 15 minutes of fame because you only have 6 subscribers. And that's how I found out I had any. And I go on my page, I'm like, wow. So I go back and I comment. I said, well, that's pretty dang good for having 0 content, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think because there is something on a mobile app where you can connect and send people messages on YouTube, and I don't know if you have to. I think you have to be subscribed to them to send a message. So I think that's why people subscribe to people that don't have any content because they're friends with them, like they frequent other channels and stuff. I think that's what that's all about, but I don't know for sure. Anyway,
Well,
everybody, thank you to our wonderful mods. What?
I said I'm not offended by it, but
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
You're not able to find out who they are or anything. It doesn't.
No,
say
you
who
can.
subscribes
You
to
can.
but-
You go into
well.
your you should have your analytics where you can see your subscribers, and you should get an email when somebody subscribes. You don't get that?
No, not if they have their privacy setting on where only they can see what they like and stuff. I don't think it goes out there.
No, it does. I can see all my subscribers.
Oh, okay.
I can see when they subscribe, and then I even get a notification when they subscribe. I know when they yeah, you can see all that. You just have to go in.
Right,
There's this. I'll have to show you. You go in to the. You have to go in the analytics part.
Okay.
But yeah, I can show you that another time and teach you all that good stuff. All right. So thank you to our mods for holding down the new people that we got from Craigslist tonight. I will be with the back page ads, and so we'll probably have more next time. But I think it worked out well. We got a lot of new viewers in there. So all right. And thank you all for coming, and thanks for sharing everything with us. All right? And thank you for everything.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Good night. Say good night, Gracie. Okay. Uh-oh. Oops.